Hello and welcome to Buffalo River Works, home of an ice hockey game tonight. NWHL action as the Metropolitan Riveters come and visit the hometown Buffalo Buttes. Steve Bermel alongside Justin Eric. Justin, how you feeling tonight?
Cold.
Yeah, a little
That's it.
cold, about 35 degrees, but otherwise I think we're pretty well prepared for the elements.
Ready to rumble.
So definitely some excitement in the air, Justin. It feels like a big game. The crowd behind us already filling in very nicely. We know that there's just a regular season game here between two teams in the NWHL, but how much more does a game like this mean to both teams?
Oh, this is the roots of the game. You're outside, you're outdoors, you feel the weather. It's the energy. The game hasn't started yet. I already feel the energy in this building is buzzing. The atmosphere here is very cool. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Hopefully it's fun for you to watch on Twitch.tv as well.
So we actually talked to Buttes winger Brooke Stacy after her first weekend at home. She had a real hot start to the season, and we kind of asked her what exposure she had to hockey, what made her pick up hockey as a sport that she wanted to play, and she told us a bit of a story.
She had a pond in the front yard that froze over, and that's how she started playing hockey. It was every day out in the pond in the front yard. So this is it. Like, this takes you back to your roots, your memories, and these girls are going to be up. They're going to be up and at 'em today.
Yeah, this kind of brings hockey full circle, right? Most kids, I learned to skate in a rink, but for a lot of kids, you end up playing outdoors, especially when you get the chance. I have a neighbor a couple doors down, and his dad builds a rink in the yard, so I've gone over and taken some shots with a neighbor who's a teenager, and it just something feels right about playing hockey outdoors. And overall, Justin, a beautiful night out and a beautiful facility here at Buffalo River Works.
Yeah, it's a nice night. It's not too cold. It's cold, though. It's cold outside, but the action on the ice is going to be hot.
So as we were coming upstairs to take our perch here to call the game, we got to see both teams and their coaches. First off, the coaching staffs are sporting jackets that are an 11 out of 10. Some of the terms that we use, straight fire, just amazing jackets. So we would love to score some of those. With that being said, you could see the energy as the women were ready to take the ice for pregame warm-ups. The coaches, the players, there's definitely some energy and some excitement. There's a different feel, almost maybe a playoff atmosphere to this game.
You know, I was talking to Pete Perrin before the game recently, and I said how the girls ready to go, and she said, let's just say they're lucky here. The walls here are reinforced cement, or else they'd be jumping through them.
So a little bit more X's and O's. You have the third place Buffalo Buttes as Minnesota, I believe, has a 3-point lead over the Buttes in the standings, having the Whitecaps in second place while the Buttes are in third. The Riveters 5 points behind the Buttes for fourth place. So an important game in the standings as far as these two games go. If Metropolitan can find a way to pull off both of these games, they're only 1 point back. But if the Buttes can find a way to get both games, they have an opportunity to gain some ground on Minnesota and also put some more space between them and the Riveters.
Yeah, big game. The Buttes got to be careful because they're going to come out hot, and so are the Riveters. So you don't want to come out too aggressive because you can fall back quick and early in a situation like that. So while they're going to be very energetic, very excited to come play this game, you got to be really careful at the same time because both teams are equally as excited. And as the road team, you want to come out here right away. You want to shut up the home crowd. And there are actually a lot of Riveters jerseys in the crowd here. A lot of Rivs fans here in the rink tonight.
So you had a really interesting stat as we were driving down today. You mentioned that the Riveters have something like 28 goals for on the season, but you have an interesting stat about where their offense is coming from.
Riveters have 28 goals for on the year, 23 of which are all from the first line.
So that top line of Kate Leary, Kendall Cornine, and Madison Packer have just been driving the Riveters and their offense.
Oh, yeah, they're very skilled. They're very good. And say, it might not be hard to stop one line, but those three players are very talented. And Madison Packer, she's a big body out there. She's a big player, but she's slippery. And she's hard to stop. She's hard to defend. And she's the one out there setting them all up for the goals.
So we also noticed there was a transaction on the wire coming across from the NWHL that the Riveters have signed Ashley Johnston right before this game. So she'll be wearing sweater number 25. She didn't have a sweater number before today, but PR director for the Buttes, Nate Oliver, was sure to update us to let us know she'll be wearing sweater number 25. So what does Ashley Johnston bring? You recognize that name right away, Justin.
Yeah, Ashley Stretch Armstrong, and I've watched a lot of games. I've watched Stretch play a lot of hockey. She's tall, that's why they call her Stretch. She's a very, very solid stay-at-home defender. Not going to get a lot in terms of offense, but she's very strong defensively. And she was the Riveters' only captain up until this point when she retired and relinquished it to Madison Packer.
So last weekend we saw Buffalo take on the Boston Pride, the cream of the crop. Boston managing to pull off a 2-1 shootout win over, of all teams, like we all saw coming, the Connecticut Whale, right? Any given day, it's why you play the games. The winless Connecticut Whale taking the Pride all the way to a shootout tonight.
Yeah, I watched some of that game, and what a game. The Whale played a very strong defensive game, and they're missing one of their best defenders as well. They're playing really in your face against the Boston Pride. Like I said, it's why you play the games. On paper, it's a super mismatch, but the Whale came to play today and really played Boston super strong.
And now the Buttes, we can go back to that Boston team because we saw the Pride in Buffalo at Northtown Center twice last weekend. Now, we talk about game one. Playing a tough team, you know that what you're going to need to do to try to scratch out a win. And the Buttes managed to build a 3-1 lead in the second period that unfortunately ended in a 4-3 overtime loss to the Pride. But the Buttes did a whole lot of things very well on Saturday.
Yeah, if the Buttes play the way they did on Saturday, they would be the hardest team in this league to beat outside of Boston. Even Boston had a hard time beating them. They were strong technically. They weren't missing any passes. Their breakouts were crisp. And they were just playing super aggressive in-your-face defense. Like, they were just pressuring the Boston Pride's defenders very hard, and they were forcing turnovers and giving them chances, which they converted on a lot of the time.
And then what about Sunday? We saw a little bit more, I don't want to say the script because you never know what's going to happen, but Boston kind of showed on Sunday why they are on top of the league, why they're undefeated. I don't want to say they asserted their way on Sunday, but Boston played a very complete game, and the Buttes did not.
Well, the Boston saw the Buttes were prepared, and they came back the next day ready for it. They went to the drawing board, went to the video, watched some video, and they came to the rink the next day, and they drew up some strategies that just Buffalo couldn't best. And when you got a coach like Mara, he's seen a lot of hockey, played a lot of hockey, so he knows how to counter a lot of things and get this team going in the right direction. And Sunday, the Boston Pride really just kind of steamrolled the Buttes in a sense.
So let's talk about between the pipes for the Buttes. We've had some interesting occurrences happening between the pipes. Last weekend, Saturday, Kelsey Newman plays an absolutely fantastic game. Her first loss of the year. An absolutely fantastic game played by Kelsey Newman on Saturday against the Boston Pride. Sunday, Tiffany Sue announced as the starter. So the Buttes' third goaltender, normally we've seen Scratch throughout the year and Scratch tonight, gets a start, and there was a special story behind that.
Yes, Tiffany Sue's mother was in town from Taiwan, probably for the holiday seasons, so Tiffany got the start, and she did not disappoint. You know, we were kind of talking before the game, like, I'm really interested to see how it's going to go coming into your first game playing a team like Boston, and she shined. I think maybe only one goal she would want back out of that, but she was absolutely stunning, stellar that night.
So now we go back between the pipes tonight. It's Mariah Fujimagari. Now she's on a bit of a layoff. We haven't seen her play in a number of weeks here. One, how does she stay sharp? And two, what do you expect from her today, especially in the first period?
You want to get shots early. When you're goalie, you're playing well, you want to get shots early. You want to feel the puck. You want to get back into the groove. You get your vision right. And it's kind of, sometimes we see Fuji kind of struggle early, you know, some weak ones. But I would say she's kind of like a freight train. Once she gets going, you can't stop her. She's very good once she gets warmed up into the game. So why do you want to get your shots a lot of shots early? You got to make sure they're outside shots, and so she saves them.
So it's got to be tough to stay sharp, but ultimately they're professionals. We know they've been practicing hard. I'm sure for Mariah Fujimagari, she's just excited to be back between the pipes tonight.
Oh, yeah. And especially for this game. This is a huge game. And you're near goalie. It's tough, too, because you can overplay things. You can be over-aggressive on pucks, so another thing for her to face as well.
So if you're the Buttes, what do you think you're going to do against this hot top line for the Riveters? Are you going to match power for power? Are we going to see the Buttes top line, Corinne Bowie, Tara Kersey, and that's Klimasova that plays with them up top, right? Are we going to see them play against the Riveters top line, or are we going to see them maybe launch out a checking line to slow them down?
I think you'll see definitely the top pairing of Pelletier and Shermova.
Okay.
Pairing loves going to them. But I think forward-wise, Buttes can have the home advantage here to get the matchup lines. I think you'll see him go against Bowering, Brown, and Sheriff, as that's kind of their top offensive shutdown line.
So we haven't talked much about the Buttes offense and special teams. We saw special teams hurt the Buttes a little bit last week, especially 4-on-4. So they're going to want to play 5-on-5 today for sure.
Oh, yeah. So last Saturday, when the Buttes were beating the Pride scored 3 of their 4 goals while playing 4-on-4. And we talked to Coach Code the next day, and she said, you know, that's something we haven't really practiced, so we're for sure going to bring it up in practice here this week. So 4-on-4 is fun because there's a lot of wide open ice, but you kind of want to stay away from it too because this is dangerous hockey to get into, a lot of back and forth. And
we know special teams can dictate any game. You might look at a game like this on paper and say, well, the Buttes are better in the standing. The Buttes might be a better team than the Riveters, but if the Buttes aren't good on the penalty kill, if the Buttes don't find a way to cash in on power play opportunities, just like in any sport, in any hockey game, special teams can be a story.
Yes, well, but like you said, just cashing the opportunities, and you got to get in the zone. The last week we saw the Buttes really struggling to get in the zone on the power play. If you can't get in the zone to get opportunities, you're not going to cash in on anything. So I think hopefully the Buttes worked on their dump-ins and dump-and-chase, so they're ready prepared to get into the zone and set up this week on the power play.
Yeah, we'll see what the Buttes do. It was interesting, as you mentioned, kind of the change in their breakout passes from Saturday to Sunday. Saturday, super crisp, getting out of their own end and almost coming at Boston in waves. And then on Sunday, it felt like Boston was coming at the Buttes in waves instead. So we'll see. Keep an eye on the breakout passes today and see how the Buttes build from the back out.
Yeah, I think last week, I think the Boston Pride really just kind of forced the Buttes in the bad passes there. They really pressured them a lot more and kind of clogged up the neutral zone as opposed to the day before. So they made the passes more difficult. So the Buttes had to really kind of pinpoint their passes as opposed to pass the puck to open ice that wasn't there on Sunday.
So we mentioned that Nikki Kirschberger played last week and I thought she did a really good job in both games, but Ashley Birdsall slots back into the lineup for the Buttes.
Yeah, Birdsall is a strong player, and she's playing with. Sorry.
Paired up with Sarah Boostad today.
Yeah, and Boostad she's a spark plug back there. She's a strong defensive player. When she gets a puck on her stick, she could really wheel it up the ice.
So all right, enough talk about this. Let's get ready for the live NWHL action. This is Riveters at Buttes. We'll be back with the call after this break.
Once again, Buffalo Baron, three-time Paralympian gold medalist Adam Page. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your caps as we honor two great nations and those who defend our freedoms at home and abroad with the singing of our national anthems. To perform O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome Doug Allen.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Allen.
Welcome back to Buffalo Riverworks. Steve Bermel alongside Justin Ehrig as we get ready for live NWHL action between the Metropolitan Riveters and the Buffalo Beauts. The Beauts will start with their top line of Kersey, Bowie, and Klimasova. Chermova and Peltier will be the starting defenders for the Beauts. Mariah Fujimagari will be in net for the Beauts. As teams huddle around each of their nets, what an energy here, Justin.
Oh yeah, it's the crowd. The crowds are full. You see the bleachers on the other side of the ice, but around the rink, you can't find anywhere to stand. The catwalk is full. Along the boards are full. It's pretty cool here, and the building is. You can feel the energy in the building.
The great facility for hockey here. Not too cold out. My hands are a little cold, but we'll manage and get by. And man, is this great to be calling a hockey game outside on a December night. As we're getting ready to gather at center ice, both teams sending out their starters.
We were talking about us being cold here, but imagine being down there on the ice where there may not be wind, there's no wind chill, but imagine skating into wind chill. It is very cold on the face. See a lot of these players out there wearing the eye black. It's a challenge out there to skate this kind of weather because you do get cold, so you feel it.
Nice and bright here too, definitely well lit here at Riverworks. Although we are outdoors, there is a roof overhead, open air facility, but a roof overhead. The Riveters send out their top line as well. Leary, Cornine skating between Leary and Packer. Kilduff and Morse on the back end for the Riveters, and I believe that's Sam Walther down there between the pipes for Metropolitan. Officials checking some things. As you mentioned, Justin, some of the players skating around just trying to stay warm, I think. Keep the legs loose and stay warm as well. See both teams with their skaters doing a few laps around the ice.
You really feel bad for out here as a goalie to spend most of their time standing still down the other end. Especially for a team like Buffalo who can possess the puck down here whenever you want to. Might be a long night for Fuji in terms of being very cold.
And the puck is down, and we are underway here at Riverworks. Bowie chases the puck, sends it down behind the net. Klimasova giving chase. Puck swung around the near side boards to the blue line. Heavy shot there from Chermova, whistles wide. Sent out by Leary, sent right back in. The Beauts are offside and will have to tag up. Here's a long breakout pass, pinched by Chermova, doesn't quite get to it. Peltier going down behind her net as Cornine gives chase. Beauts being checked again behind their own net. It's Leary and Bowie going after the puck. Cornine looking back to the point, backhand knocked over. Chermova comes up with the puck. Chermova through the middle to Kersey. Kersey chips it in, and Klimasova gives chase. Klimasova with Murphy into the corner, battling away at it. Murphy comes up with it, goes around behind the boards, looking for Johnston, but it overshoots her and ends up with Leary, who sends it out. Birdsall. There's a pass through the middle to Sheriff. Sheriff in over the line with speed. Sheriff drops it off. Bowering now. Bowering down behind the net. Sheriff is there. Kim Brown is down in front of the net and being held down there by Murphy. Nothing comes of it. This puck is chipped up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off, I believe, inside the Riveters zone.
A nice start for the Beauts here, getting out of their zone nice and easy there. Nice crisp breakup passes, getting back into the Riveters zone nice and easy. Nice to see Klimasova out there. She took a dangerous hit from behind last week into the boards against the Boston Pride.
Face-off to Walter's left. Riveters come up with it and ring it around the near side boards, but not quite far enough to get it out. They do get it out on a second effort, but Birdsall sent it right back up to Bowering. Sheriff couldn't quite get it in over the blue line. And here's Baker. This pass is intercepted. It's Kim Brown. Brown shooting. That shot is blocked. Does not get through. Bowering giving chase at the blue line, held in by Boostad. Her shot goes wide of the net. As Johnston tries to come up with it behind the net. Brown pinning it there with some help from Sheriff. They dig it out. Puck's far side with Rushton. She can't get it out either. Buttes doing a great job on the forecheck. That centering pass by Brown is intercepted by Johnston, and it looks like the Riveters now will break out as the Buttes make changes. Intercepted at center ice once again. Nice move there. That was Orzechowski trying to make a move through the neutral zone. That breakout pass hits Orzechowski in the skate, but a second effort here for the Riveters gets it in over the line as that was Rushton. That shot was taken and deflected wide by Hutchison, never got on net. Cassidy McPherson trying to chip it up ahead to Guillen. Doesn't quite get there. McPherson digs it out and sends it back to her defender. Sent on the far side boards, it's Brooke Stacy. Brooke Stacy with a breakout pass looking for Guillen, but that's intercepted by Dunn. Riveters looking to find a way to get it in over the blue line, and Avery tries to feed it in and does. Puck ends up in front of the net with Orzechowski. Stacy couldn't quite get to that one, and here come the Riveters right back in with Shatilova. Orzechowski trying to chip it around the board. Shatilova on the forecheck prevents a breakout, and here's Bowie on her backhand. Her backhand attempt doesn't quite clear the zone. There's a battle with 4 skaters, 5 skaters now. It squirts out to the neutral zone. Avery feeds it back. That's offside. And a face-off coming up back into just outside the blue line for the Riveters where that pass came from.
The Riveters kind of starting to find their feet here, put some pressure on the Buttes in their own zone now. We just saw the first shift this season for Ashley Johnston, and you can see she's not afraid of anything. She's very aggressive in-your-face defender. She's went and attacked Orzechowski with the puck, and she's not afraid to use that long reach.
Face-off won by the Buttes. Chermova chased back into her own end, loses the puck now. And here come the Riveters. It's Packer centering it. Good job there by Peltier to break up that centering pass that was looking for Kate Leary out front. Packer has it now in the corner, sending it down low to Leary. Good job there by Bowie using her body to shove Leary off the puck, that is. Leary has room to send it to the point. She does. Sent for the point shot there. They score! First shot of the game really for either team. Finds the back of the net. And that long shot floats over Fujimagari's glove, and we have our first goal of the game, courtesy of Rebecca Morse.
Just a simple, innocent shot from the point. Just want to put it on net. Probably even a dump it in the way it looked from here. But we talked during the opening about how sometimes early in the game, Fuji lets in some tough ones that she wants back. And we saw it right there. She's kind of a little too relaxed in the puck. She was there looking for it. It's kind of glided over a little too relaxed, and just right over her glove, unfortunately, off the post and in. 1-0 Riveters.
Good forecheck there by the Riveters as we saw Leary go to work in the corner and feed Morse up top. And what looked like a fairly harmless shot goes off the post and in. And with 16:30 to go in period 1, the Riveters are up 1-0. Here's Sheriff now with the puck through the middle. She's got Bowering with her, trying to drive through the middle, but a good job collapsing there by the Riveters, and Murphy has the puck. Murphy looking to send it up the boards to Baker. Doesn't quite get there. Intercepted by Bowering, but chipped ahead anyway, and now here comes Baker in over the line. Baker trying to drop it back to Hutchison, but is intercepted instead, and Brown just dumps it in on goal. That's knocked down right away by Walther and pushed off to the side for Ashley Johnston. Here's a long breakout pass looking for Baker, intercepted neatly by Guillen, but a good check in the neutral zone gives the Riveters the puck back. Some changes being made by both teams now, and the Buttes reset in their own end. Long breakout pass, deflected in by Stacy, so this won't be an icing. Simon goes behind the net and sends it up the boards to the neutral zone. Skarbowski has it, thinks about a pass to her partner, instead dumps it all the way down the ice, and this will be an icing against the Buttes. No icing called there. McPherson now with it, dropping it back to the point, looking for Skarbowski, but that's intercepted and flipped up on a backhand through the neutral zone. Brooke Stacy with speed does a good job breaking that up, but overskates the puck. Nobody can come up with it here, and now here's a chance for Klimasova. She's got a little bit of room. Klimasova centers it on her backhand, broken up, rebound. Shot on goal, saved there by Walther. Skarbowski sending it down the boards. Has McPherson behind the net. McPherson on the backhand, can't get it to Skarbowski, but still has it. Puck ends up at the point, no longer Skarbowski there. She decides to back out to the neutral zone. Puck ends up out of play, and we'll have a face-off at the blue line.
Nice chance for Klimasova. She looks to feed Stacy. Nice, healthy Brooke Stacy. We got a replay here of the goal. See Morse is firing a puck on net, and just over the glove there of Fujimagari. This looks like a simple dump into me.
Yeah, just trying to put it on net. Leary stays onside with a real nice toe drag there, and now the Riveters are set up. That pass comes to the point, shot, deflected wide, didn't quite get on net as Kilduff let that one go. Morse, the goal scorer, sends it right through the middle. She had center ice. They were offside and had to tag, and they did not. The timing of that puck getting over the blue line didn't quite let the Riveters tag up. Packer was giving chase, but she was offside. She did tag up, but by the time the puck got over the blue line, she would have had to tag up again. Puck's down again. Leary trying to chip it in over the blue line. Bowie giving the body there, ties it up. Corinne Bowie on the backhand, chips it to Klimasova. Klimasova can't quite come up with it, but here's Corinne Bowie. Bowie's shot goes wide of the net. Chermova on a pinch. Nice move there, trying to get the puck in deep. instead is dispossessed, and they battle away for it on the near side corner. Morse comes up with it, sends it to the half wall, and now it's Cornine with speed through the middle. She has Packer driving with her. Peltier on Cornine. Cornine stops, looking to the point, but no one there. Drops it to Packer with a nice backhand pass. Packer centering it, backdoor shot, saved by Fujimagari. Good save by Maria Fujimagari there on Murphy, as she had to slide across and get there, anticipate where that puck was going to be. Big save there for Fuji. Riveters resetting all the way to their own end, but doing a good job breaking it out. Intercepted now. Here's a chance. It's Brown. She shoots. Glove there down by Walther. It's loose. Brown shooting. Doesn't get on net. Good chance there with a rebound to the side of the crease. Kim Brown taking the initial shot and having the follow-up, but couldn't quite beat Walther. Here's Bowering into the corner now. She's battling away with Johnston. Little help from Brown, and Brown having a great shift, digs it out. Brown takes out her check. Two bodies hit the ice, and the puck is chipped up and out of play. We'll have another whistle here with 13:19 to play.
Looks like it's offside, not a penalty, if I'm correct. Butte's getting some opportunities down there. Finally found some zone possession, grinding along the boards and putting pucks on net here on Sam Walter finally. But let the Butte's get a little scrambly in their own zone a minute ago. That's what I talked about earlier. You got to kind of play settle, a lot of energy. You got to settle down and play your position and make sure you're playing the game properly.
Here's Boostad. They're off. The Riveters are offside as Boostad tried to clear the zone. Now Birdsall comes up with it. McPherson tripping over the red line, and that'll put Guillen offside. McPherson just toe-picked a little bit there, tripped up a little bit in the neutral zone. No one around her, not saying a tripping penalty was.
The dreaded red line, sometimes you got to watch out for it. It comes right out at you. Yeah, toe picking, that's easy to do. Especially if you're trying to get a full head of steam. Done it 1,000 times, you just pick a toe, and that's the end of it.
I've done it on plenty of staircases. Toe picks and falling down. McPherson feeding it wide to Stacy. She wasn't ready for it, though. McPherson does a good job holding it in. Now called offside. That puck looked like it stayed in over the blue line the whole time, but alas, called offside by the lineswoman. Some choppy play here, Justin.
I was like, starting to see the Buttes get involved in the game a little more mentally now. They're playing a more of a physical style, really trying to grind it out. As you see before, there's a lot of wide open hockey. You see the Buttes trying to kind of slow it down here, get their heads in the game. So they're playing the right kind of positional hockey here. And
led by their captain, Corinne Bowie. She hasn't been afraid to lean on anybody today with the body. Playing a clean game, doing a good job. Here come the Riveters in over the line. Shot by Shadalova. Saved and held by Fujimagari. Good job to not give up a rebound. A real quick rush for the Riveters. Ends in a shot on goal.
You're talking about Fujimagari not playing for a while, so it's nice to see her get that puck right in her chest and collect it in for no rebound. Played it very well.
Face off to her right now. Puck is down, and the Buttes win the draw. Rung around the boards on the backhand. Buttes look to break out. That pass misses everybody. Not going to make it far enough. Yes, it does make it far enough for icing. A couple players hustling after it, including the goal scorer, Rebecca Morse. But an icing brings the face-off back down to Fujimagari's left.
It was a breakout pass we talked about at the beginning of the opening where you can't miss those passes. Not only missing an opportunity to get the puck out of your zone, the puck is coming right back down for a controlled defensive zone face-off where teams have set plays.
Avery being excused from the circle. Kelly Nash comes in to take the draw, but the Buttes win it. Skarbowski on her backhand, chips it up the boards, looking for Klimasova. Klimasova's breakout pass misses a Kersey, and Justin, you keep saying it, you can't miss a breakout pass or else it just kind of results in a turnover like we saw there.
You work
Here's Klimasova now. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
You work so hard to get the puck back, and then once you get it and you miss a pass, turn it right back over, it's really tough. Not even just for turn the puck away, but it's tough for confidence.
So the Riveters showing a little puck possession here of late, resetting in their own end. That puck's knocked off Nash's stick by a Kersey and ends up behind Walther. Riveters still with possession. That's a bad breakout pass, intercepted by Bowering. Holding it in at the blue line. That puck's just fluttered wide of the net by Peltier, just sending it in deep, but no one there to give chase as the Buttes are changing. Here's the goal scorer Morse behind her net. Sheriff trying to hold it in on the backhand. It ends up with MJ Peltier, who sends it into the far corner again. This time Kim Brown and Becky Bowering give chase. But the Riveters breaking out neatly and smoothly out of their own end. That pass cuts there slowly, and that puts Shadalova offside. Here's Murphy. That pass to Cornine. Cornine gets it through. Deflected, saved by Fujimagari. Great play there by the Riveters and a great save there by Fujimagari. And how did that pass get under MJ Peltier? She laid out to try to break that pass up. But somehow that still found Murphy in the middle. But the deflection saved by Fujimagari. Here's Packer in over the line with speed. Packer, Birdsall losing an edge. Packer around behind the net looking for the wraparound. Fujimagari makes a save holding her post, but the Riveters coming again. Little shot there. We're going to have a body checking penalty here as Maddie Packer will sit 2 or less for taking out Sarah Bustad. And she's wondering what the call is here, claiming she was just battling for the puck.
Yeah, Madison's not a big fan of that call. It was just a puck battle, but Bustad, being a much smaller player, really just kind of physically dominated her and tossed her to the ice. Looked bad from where we were in terms of penalty-wise, so she will sit 2 minutes or less in the box for that. But it was just a puck battle, but sometimes you get a little too aggressive, and I think that was the case right there.
It was the backside official that made the call. The referee in the neutral zone actually made that call, and the Buttes go to work on the power play, trying to get set up, not quite able to yet. Great job by Peltier keeping that in at the blue line. Solid clearing attempt to the backdoor shot. That net comes off its moorings as Walther slides over to try to make the save. Great effort there by Baker to get that puck out, but Peltier holding it in at the blue line results in a chance. Heavy shot from the faceoff circle, saved by Walther. And the net comes off its mooring.
Very nice save there by Walter, and a veteran play to maybe kick that net off a bit. You never know. But the Buttes love looking for a Kersey right down there in the lower circle. They look for that play all the time in a power play. You'll probably see it a few more times here.
Who can blame him with the shot that a Kersey has? Peltier pinching at the point, trying to hold it in, and does so. Bowering on the backhand sends it down low for a Kersey. Buttes still trying to get set up here after this faceoff. Puck comes to the blue line again. Peltier does another great job keeping it in. MJ Peltier with several pinches on this power play, keeping the puck in, and now the Buttes are set up. Here's Peltier on the near side of Bowering. She fans on her pass, back to Peltier. Peltier to Bowering. Bowering down low, it's Bowie. Back up top, Peltier takes that off her skate, loses an edge, and that puck will be cleared down. A bad pass hits her in the skate, and she loses an edge. And full changes for both teams outside of Chermova as the Buttes' second power play unit comes out. Looking to break out of their own end. Puck goes off the board. Stacy dropping it back to Chermova. Chermova looking to get it in deep, and she does, ringing it around the boards. Johnston there to cover up behind her net. Guillen pressuring. Johnston real strong on the puck there. Sends it down the ice. Fujimagari will have to make a good play here. Leaves it for Klimasova. Klimasova behind the net for Bustad. And the Buttes, with 36 seconds left on the power play, will look to generate one more rush. On the far side, that puck's wired in on Walter's stick, and the Buttes are set up. Guillen looking to McPherson down low. Here's a chance for Stacy on the backhand. Goes just wide. Bustad has it now. Bustad trying to send it down low. Deflects up in the air. McPherson comes up with it, looking back to the point, turning instead. McPherson through the circle to Stacy. Stacy looking for Klimasova on the far side. Comes up with it again. Stacy short side. Ends up behind the net. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Klimasova shot from the point. Doesn't get through. Here's another chance. McPherson centering it. Misses everybody. And out of the box comes Packer. And a 3-on-2 develops immediately for the Riveters. Packer with Rushton and Cornine. Drops. Cornine shoots. Fujimagari making the save. And that puck goes up off the boards. We'll pause for immediate timeout. 8:51 to play in period 1. This is NWHL Hockey on Twitch.tv. Welcome back to Riverworks as the Riveters open up a 1-0 lead on a goal early by Rebecca Morse. 8:40 to play here in period number 1. Skarbowski gives chase and regrouping in her own end, sending it up the middle, finding Bowering, and Bowering looking to break out. Bowering had Guillen in front of her but couldn't get her the puck. Ruggiero checked that was in front of her. Couldn't get it to her. Yeah, and that's going to be a penalty here as Skarbowski is hauled down. I believe we're going to have a hook against the Riveters as Skarbowski gets hooked down to the ice. And the Buttes will go right back to the power play. Didn't see much other than one shot on the back door, but McCursey didn't see much on the first power play. We'll see if the Buttes can get something going this time.
Oh, there's a nice puck movement going there. So they have they find the momentum. They got a nice shot on net. The thing is getting in the zone to getting set up properly.
Yeah, they'll want to get set up and get the time needed to generate the puck movement that they want. And you mentioned they want that shot to Accursi, 100%. Here's Chermova off the draw, finding the aforementioned Accursi. Saucer pass back to Chermova. She might have had a quick look at the net there. Instead, sends it to the near side boards. It's Bowie. Good pass to Accursi up in the air. She comes up with it, chips it to Chermova. Some good energy to this power play already. Chermova through the middle, gets stick checked a bit. There's a big heavy shot. Net comes off the mooring again. No whistle yet. They're jamming away at it and right in front of Walter. Peltier comes up with it. There's a shot from Chermova. Doesn't get through. The Buttes can't quite beat the legs in front of them every time they're letting a shot go. And Cornine sends it down behind the net. Fujimagari out to tee it up for Chermova. Look out. Cornine tripping over Fujimagari's stick. I don't even think that was a trip because Fujimagari didn't move her stick. Bowie has to retreat back behind her own net and find Chermova. Buttes will look to break out. Chermova, her pass is deflected up in the air. This won't be an icing. Murphy giving chase. And we did have an icing call. That puck got deflected through the neutral zone, popped up in the air. That went off a Riveter's stick as well, and they do correct it, and they will have the face-off at center ice because that, in fact, was not an icing.
The crowd and the Buttes bench are letting the officials know about their mistake, but yeah, they just said they're correcting it here at center ice. Nice save by Walter there. She faced a dead-on bomb from McCursey right in front of the net. Made a huge save right in her chest.
McPherson was tied up off the draw, but now she comes up with the puck in over the line with speed. Tries to drag it through. No luck. Guillen on the backhand can't get it through either. And it just feels like the Buttes can't quite generate the final part of a scoring chance on the power play here. Bustad behind her net being hassled a bit there. Good forecheck being put on by Hutchison. And now McPherson carries through the middle and finds Brooke Stacy. Stacy in over the line. Stopping, looking back to the point to Klimasova. She shoots and once again hits a leg right in front of her. And the Buttes will have to reset in the neutral zone. Bustad has to turn back into her own end, sends it to Klimasova. She didn't see it coming. Buttes have to settle to just chip it out to the neutral zone, and they battle right beneath us here from our perch here at Riverworks.
It's a very aggressive penalty kill by the Riveters here. They do lead the league in short-handed goals with 2, but you never see a forward down low behind the net like that, as Riveters have done every time down the ice now.
Yeah, Chermova having to be good with the puck here does end up almost turning it over, but just like that, the Riveters kill another penalty, back to 5 aside. Bowering trying to skate through the middle is dispossessed. Puck ends up going to Walter's right on the near side, and this is Morse with the puck. Morse sending it up to Nash. Nash intercepted by Sheriff, but her pass immediately finds the stick of Cornine, and she's in over the line on the backhand. That's offside, not called. Leary got in way too early as Cornine was on the backhand. So now the Riveters set up in the offensive zone. Puck's behind the net with Leary. She's tied up by Bowering. Chermova comes in to try to help as well. They dig away at the puck. Leary comes up with it. Bowering chips it away, though, and now it's Chermova. And that puck does end up out at center ice on the stick of Kilduff, who sends it far side. Bowering colliding with her skater, and that was Morse that she took down, and it looks like Becky Bowering will sit for 2 or less for the Buttes.
You've seen a lot of physical play out of Bowering the past couple games. Last week, we saw her take multiple penalties, throwing her body around. But something we don't usually see her do, but she's getting more physical in her game. She doesn't play a strong defensive game, and it does require that. So maybe the coach staff asked her to throw a little more body around because she's been doing it a lot the past few weeks.
So the Riveters will head to their first power play of the game. Looks like they send their first unit out. Now their second unit, check that, but Leary is at the point for them. McPherson wins the draw into the corner, has to go get it herself, and on the backhand comes up with it. Looks for Ruggiero. Smart play there. Instead of just dumping it in deep, Ruggiero tripped up as she chips it in. She looks for a call from the official. Maybe looking for interference there. She chipped it in and couldn't quite give chase, but a good start to the penalty kill for the Buttes. Here's Leary coming through the neutral zone, gains center ice and sends it in. Puts it on Fujimagari. She gives chase herself, comes up with it, looking to wrap around. Now works it all the way back to the point to Murphy. Murphy back to Leary. Leary takes her time, finds Murphy at the top. Good control by the Buttes on the PK, and that shot knocked down by Orzechowski, rung around the boards. This is going to be off. That hits Leary's leg. Ruggiero tried to chip it out to herself. Great job there by Colleen Murphy to cover up what could have been a breakaway for Emma Ruggiero. Leary back through the neutral zone. Has Shadalova cutting on the back door. Puck ends up back with Murphy at the point. Murphy skating to the center of the blue line, shooting off of Fujimagari's glove, and ends up in the corner. Peltier gives a bump to her check. Puck's behind the net with Packer looking out front. We have the puck is net's off the moorings here. I thought we might have had a penalty call here because Packer did hit the ice, but none coming. Net comes off its moorings. 54 seconds to go in the penalty to Becky Bowering.
Good for the Buttes there, saved by the whistle, so to say, as the Riveters are really starting to crowd the front of that net, looking for any kind of loose pucks. So ref comes in and blows the play dead.
Brown wins the draw. Bustad trying to box out Packer. 3 Riveters converge on that puck, and they come up with it. Puck was at the point with Rushton. Now it's down low below the goal line. Looking for Rushton up top. Rushton lets it fly. Deflected, they score! Deflected out front by Brooke Baker, doing her job on the power play right in front of the crease. Tips that up and over Fujimagari's glove. And a great point shot from Rushton, deflected by Baker. And it's 2-0 Riveters.
That's the way you draw it up as a coach. You get the puck up to the point, a couple buys in front, sticks on the ice, nice low shot, and just deflects right up over the shoulder of Fujimagari. There's not much you can do with it as a goalie. You see the puck back to the point here.
It's a solid power play for the Riveters to get set up, really working the blue line, finding space. Here's a Kersey in over the line, trying to drop it to Klimasova, but that drop pass was intercepted, and the Riveters working out the other way. Bowie gets tripped up here. What a great effort by Bowie to draw a penalty. There's a long pass to Klimasova. She shoots offside. That play was just offside, but nonetheless, the Buttes, a chance to answer here, right back to the power play. Good hustle play by Corinne Bowie.
Yeah, I talk about the wheels of some of the Buttes, and Corinne Bowie's one of them, and just an individual effort drawing the penalty there. Putting the Buttes back in the power play so they respond to this 2-0 deficit here on the home ice at Buffalo Riverworks. They got to get something going. Need a spark. They haven't had very many great opportunities. The chances they've had were off, bounces that kind of bounced someone's stick, but in too close in the net, so the shots are going right into Walter's chest, and you're not going to score like that.
Brooke Avery takes the penalty, and the Buttes are set up on the power play. Klimasova working the half wall with Guillen. Power play 2 is out there for Buffalo right now. Buttes just can't quite get set up. Good effort there by Bustad to try to keep that puck in. Instead, we have a breakaway for Maddie Packer. Packer in over the line, short-handed backhand. Great save by Mariah Fujimagari. She denies Madison Packer, who goes on the backhand, and Bustad will take a penalty. But what a save by Mariah Fujimagari, Justin.
Oh, what a humongous save. And Klimasova trying to do too much of the puck there in the neutral zone on the power play. You got to be careful because things like that can happen. And you see Bustad maybe get a little redemption here from when Packer barreled her in the corner a little while ago here in the first period. So as if you see the Buttes do a lot this year, they negate their own power play and back to the 4-on-4 where they struggled last week against the Boston Pride.
4 aside for a minute 33 here. Face-off won by the Buttes. Peltier goes behind Fujimagari, turns to her forehand. That pass is intercepted promptly out in front for the Riveters. Shot knocked aside by Fujimagari. Bad turnover here gives Packer another chance. She's got Leary out front. Stick check there by Bowie. Does a good job taking that puck from Packer. Here's Bowie and a Kersey 2-on-2. Bowie on her backhand sends it to a Kersey. A Kersey shooting, knocked aside by the stick of Walter. And we have another whistle. Let's see what we have here. Faceoff's going to be to the left of Walter. It looks like the net came off the moorings again.
Yeah, but they keep the puck in the zone, which is interesting. I think the referee wanted the play to keep going because the puck was coming back out of the zone. Usually, you only want to blow the play dead if the puck is going to stay down there, but the Rivers were in the process of breaking it back out, so you kind of let the play go on and fix it as the play carries.
So 4 aside, that was a good chance for the Buttes. Bowie and a Kersey 2-on-2 is a pretty good setup if you ask the Buttes. Peltier takes a shot, kind of gets half of it. It flops up in the air. from the point, goes wide. Kersey sends it down low to Bowie. Bowie looking to Chermova up top, has her. Chermova winds, fires right into the chest of Walter. Good save. Rebound out front is gathered by the Riveters, and they look to break it out. Chermova intercepting the puck in the neutral zone, feeding it to Kersey. Kersey gaining the line, but immediately stick checked, and Madison Packer comes up with the puck. Dragged through by Morse. She's dispossessed by Chermova. Puck goes down behind the net. Leary and Peltier there. Nice move by Leary to give herself some room. Good job by Chermova to stick check Leary and tie up her check. McPherson digs it out on the forehand, looking to feed Stacy on a breakout and gets her. Stacy through the neutral zone by herself, but looking with some speed, decides to check up and turn. Great pass to McPherson. Called offside. And I don't know, Justin. McPherson looked to hold up, and that was a straight breakaway for Cassidy McPherson, called back on an offside.
That's a tough call for ref to make, and the guys kind of got to respect the call made there. But from our vantage point, it's hard to tell. But it was a great play by Stacy to turn up and create this space for McPherson. But maybe looked like she may have picked the back foot up a little bit too early, which could have been what the call offside was for.
You could tell that Stacy trying to, rather than skate in 1-on-3, try to find a better option, and a good heads-up play by Brooke Stacy. So just 6 seconds left in the penalty to Avery, and then the Riveters will enjoy a shortened power play. Skarbowski in behind her own net, and now here is that power play for the Riveters. Skarbowski to McPherson, and she's happy to send it down the ice for a line change as the Buttes are now shorthanded. Stacy, despite being at the end of her shift, does a great job. Here's a chance out front. Brown shooting. Great save by Walter off her left arm. Just got an arm on that. Great shorthanded chance for Kim Brown, and here come the Riveters breaking out the other way. Sent in behind the net, just 3 seconds to go in the power play. Skarbowski ties up her check in the corner. Puck squirts free. They dig away at it in the corner. Orzechowski at it behind the net. 5 skaters down in the corner now with 1:15 to go. Backhand play by Cornine. Cornine found Rushton, but it was broken up neatly, and the Buttes send it ahead, up in the air. Puck hops out of play into the mesh. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone just outside the Buttes zone. 1:05 to play here. Riveters 2, Buttes 0. We had a deflected goal out in front by Brooke Baker on the power play, and before that, a point shot from Rebecca Morse. And that's how we got to 2-0. Face off to Fujimagari's right is won by the Riveters. That shot by Johnson. What a block by Klimasova. Dropping to her knees, fearlessly blocking a shot. Kersey gets interfered with in the neutral zone. Easy call there as Kersey tries to gain the offensive zone with speed and just gets shoved onto her rear end. So the Buttes back to the power play once again, 55 seconds to go, and it's Ashley Johnston who will sit 2 or less for interference through the neutral zone. Face-off coming up to the right of Walter. Top unit out there for the Buttes power play. They reset, making sure the clock is right. Puck is down. Riveters win the draw and promptly sent down the ice all the way by Madison Packer. Fujimagari setting up Peltier behind the net, and the Buttes look to break out with 44 seconds to go in period number 1. Bowering drops it to Kersey, back to Bowering. Bowering has some time on the half wall, down below the goal line to Kersey, ringing it to Peltier. Peltier, Chermova. Chermova looking down low. It's deflected a couple of times out front. Backhand by Bowering. Peltier comes up with it, pulls it to her forehand. It ends up on the boards. Down below the goal line is Kersey. Kersey to Peltier. Peltier with time, sends it to Chermova. Chermova back to Peltier, jumps over her stick and broken out by Packer. And Packer with a chance. Chermova over to cover up. Packer shooting high and wide. With 3 ticks left, here's a point shot from Morse, blocked out in front. And with that, we have wound down our first period. Riveters 2, Buttes 0. Buttes will enjoy a power play for 1:05 at the start of the second period. So not necessarily the start the Buttes were looking for as they go down early 1-0 on a shot by Rebecca Morse that goes off the post and in. And then a second goal deflected on the power play out front by Brooke Baker. That was a point shot taken by Colleen Murphy. And a power play goal and an even strength goal have the Riveters up top, out in front rather, 2-0. We have Justin heading down to get an interview with what we hope to be Corinne Bowie coming off the ice for the Buttes. But until we get to that point, a great opportunity, great deal of opportunities for the Buttes on the power play, unable to cash in so far. A good shorthanded chance for Madison Packer was turned aside by Mariah Fujimagari as well. So a back and forth period that sees a 2-0 lead for the Riveters. Buttes will enjoy a minute 5 on the power play as we come back into the second period of action. So a long conversation between Captain Madison Packer and the two referees at center ice before we start intermission. Not sure what we would have been talking about there, but Madison Packer asking some questions of the referees at center ice. We head into intermission. Still waiting to see if we can get Justin Eric on the sideline with Corinne Bowie coming off the ice. Riveters 2, Buttes 0 through one period of play here at Buffalo River Works as we play the first ever women's hockey game outdoors as the NWHL plays a regular season game between the Riveters and the Buttes here at Buffalo River Works. So we'll have some intermission activities here. Fans heading for a refreshment and a little bit of warmth inside Riverworks. Got some junior hockey coming out as the girls take the ice for a bit of time before the Zambonis come out. Skating around looking for the puck here. Still looking for a goaltender in the net to our left. Just going to have 6 skaters. There we go. So now we have a goaltender in each net. We're going to drop the puck. All right, Justin has Corinne Bowie just off the ice at the end of the first period here. We'll send it down to Justin. Justin, what do we got?
Captain Corinne Bowie. Corinne, thanks for doing this. What's it like being the Buffalo Buttes captain for so long now and being part of the first ever outdoor NWHL game and it being in Buffalo? What's it like being part of that?
Well, it's super cool. It's always fun to play outdoors and to be able to do it here in Buffalo. I think we have the best fans in the league, and to see the support we have out here tonight, it just shows that.
So it faced a tough task tonight in a line like Cornine, Packer, and Leary. What's it like defending them, and what do you do to stop them? They're very strong in the puck.
I mean, we're not so much focusing on them. We're just focusing on playing our game. So I've played against Packer for a few years here. We've seen each other a lot, but we're focusing on our game, and we need to get back on track here for the second period.
Down 2-0. What do you plan to do in the second period to get back on the board, back on track here?
I think we just need to cut down on the turnovers. We were giving the puck away a little bit. Just need to keep moving our feet and be pressuring them and capitalize on our opportunities.
Thanks a lot, Corinne.
Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
rest of the game. Back to you, Steve. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to Buffalo River Works. Steve Bermel alongside Justin Eric. We see the Riveters break out to a 2-0 lead. Not the way the Buttes would want things to go, but if you're the Riveters, you have to be really happy with the way your team's played.
Yeah, a lot of the period was mostly all Riveters, and the Buttes were really hard pressed to get the puck out of the zone, and when they got the puck into the Riveter zone, they didn't really do too much with it. They started out with a few good shifts, the Buttes, to start the period, but after that, there wasn't much of the Buttes. It was mostly all Riveters in that period.
And we mentioned special teams, a big shorthanded chance for Maddie Packer that's turned aside by Fujimagari, but the second goal of the Riveters coming on the power play, and in addition to that, the Buttes given a bunch of chances on the power play, not able to cash in yet.
Yeah, the Buttes chances on the power play haven't really been too great. A couple low shots, but they're really tough angles. And then they're in too tight on Walter, where they can't really get the puck up or really any good spots to score. But you see the Riveters playing a really aggressive penalty kill, and the Buttes are really struggling with it. They got 2 skaters down low, one behind the net and one down low below the circles, which is rare to see in a penalty kill. But the Riveters are really attacking the Buttes there, and the Riveters have the most shorthanded goals in the league this year with 2. So that's what they have to do, is they have to be really strong in the puck, and really force you into turnovers there on the power play.
And we talked about Fujimagari and the tendency that sometimes an early 1 or 2 gets by, and we saw just kind of a fluttering shot from Morse that it was a great shot in that it hit the inside of the post and went in, but it was one that I don't even think Fujimagari was thinking was going to be on net, but it's one that she certainly would not want to get behind her.
That's just it, it's a floating shot because it was just an innocent shot just to get it down there and on the net, and she got it on net and it goes in. That's why the old adage is skip pucks on net, because you never know what's going to happen. And there you go. This puck's at the inside of the post, and it's in the net there in Fujimagari, and it's a tough one that she definitely wants back. She's probably thinking about it right now in the locker room.
And Fujimagari, that second goal, nothing she could do about that. Just great execution on the power play as Murphy works the blue line, works from the left side of the zone to the center of the zone, takes a good low shot, and it's deflected out front into the net by, I believe, Parker, and that gives us a 2-0 score.
Yeah, really tough angle there in the replay, hard to see, but, a puck comes from the point, and down there just to stick on the ice, and there's nothing a goalie can do about that kind of shot. Let's see if you're superhuman, but puck goes down low at that, and you're dead to rights, and no chance for Fujimagari there.
So teams should be heading back to the ice here shortly. We'll be back with second period action after this.
Welcome back to the ice, your Buffalo Beauts.
Welcome back to Buffalo, New York, here at Riverworks. It's with the Buffalo Believe, sponsored by Labatt Blue. I'd like to welcome you in here on twitch.tv/NWHL2 today. Thanks for all you tuning in. Don't forget to check out the scoreboard on the right-hand side of your screen there to see who's in the lead for a lot of that's based on viewership and a little interaction in the chat. I want to thank you for tuning in. How y'all doing there today?
So while Justin's checking the chat, he'd love to talk with you guys. He's in the chat right now, ready to have a conversation with you guys. But we had a goal at 3:20 mark. 3:20 into the first period, an even strength goal by Rebecca Morse. Assist went to Kate Leary on that goal. And then another goal in the first by the Riveters on the power play at 15:48. It was Brooke Baker. And that shot was taken by Rushton. Rushton giving the assist on that goal. So we're back underway here for the second period. Buttes on the power play for about a minute here. Chermova finding Peltier, and the Buttes will look to work from our left to right and get their power play set up. Peltier to Bowie, but it jumps over her stick. Bowie chips it in on the backhand, and Bowering gives chase. Bowering strips the puck away and has it on her backhand. Looks for Bowie, short side. Puck comes out in front of the net, but doesn't hit anybody. Peltier tried to send it to Chermova, who was already way too close, but good job by Bowie to find that puck to Bowering. Bowering to Chermova. A broken play ends up turning into a nice possession for the Buttes. Peltier finds Bowering. That shot's blocked out in front. Great job there by Morse to hit the ice and block that shot. Chermova and Peltier switch at the point. Chermova looks down low to Accursi. Her first touch on this power play in the offensive zone. Accursi to Bowering, back to Chermova. Chermova, good job taking away shooting lanes by the Riveters all day. Chermova comes near side. It's Bowering. Shoots. Misses the wide side of the net. Peltier hustles over to the puck with only 2 seconds left on the power play. Does come up with it. Bowie turning on the far side half wall. Back skating 5 aside. Bowering in the corner, digging after it. Bowie comes up with it now. Buttes still having possession. Peltier, point shot. Saved by Walter. Buttes reload again. Bowering on the far side. Bowie, check that. Bowie on the far side. Works it down to the half wall. Gets it to Peltier. Peltier Backdoor to a Kersey. Her shot goes wide as well. Peltier, great job here by the Buttes keeping the offensive pressure on. That shot goes wide of the net, but a Kersey comes up with it yet again. Chermova sending it back down low. It hits a body, pops up in the air, and we have a whistle here. Looks like a penalty coming up. And did the Buttes hand pass coming up against the Buttes, I believe. I don't know, face-off staying in Metropolitan's end, calling a hand pass against the Riveters.
Nice power play to open the period here for the Buffalo Buttes. They're looking for their first goal. We got a few guesses in chat who's going to be from Lemnis Katie. It says Peltier, Kersey, or Bowie. They're looking for Kersey down there in that lower circle. They saw it once here already in this power play.
That shot was deflected with a high stick by Guillen. The Riveters touching it, though, canceling out the high stick and promptly flipping the puck straight out of play.
You know, it's always nice when you open a period on the power play because, you know, you come out there and the puck's yours automatically. So it's nice to get the momentum going immediately. And the Buttes did just that power play. They really owned the puck the whole time. Got some great shots there. The one by Kersey was an actual bomb, but just missed the net.
And here we are with 2 minutes into the period, and the Buttes have had the puck offensively almost the entirety. Even though the power play ended, the Buttes continue to generate offense. That puck is intercepted. That's going to be a blatant penalty there as Birdsall's stick gets all tied up with Packer. Packer would have been gone on a breakaway. Maybe a wise penalty there for Birdsall to take. And from the power play to the penalty kill for the Buffalo Buttes.
You know, all penalties aren't bad, and that's one of them right there. It's what you got to take. It would be Packer's second breakaway there for this game. But you got foiled on the first one by Fujimagari and a nice backhand chance. But it's Packer's very strong penalty kill. She's a big body out there. She's very strong, and she's strong in the puck. And you saw how Birdsall really struggled there with the puck once Packer was on her.
Birdsall lost the stick, the puck, and her glove all at once. So here's a chance for the Riveters on the power play. On the far side boards is Shatalova coming up to Murphy. Murphy to Leary. Leary back to Murphy with time to Leary. Centering it. That puck is kicked away. Rebound, and they score. And it's the aforementioned Madison Packer who's able to knock in a rebound off the Hutchison shot. So Kaylee Hutchison shoots low, hits Fujimagari in the pad, and Madison Packer right there to clean up the loose change, and it's 3-0 to the Riveters.
We got someone in chat, Washington Caps lover, says even strength play, question mark? What's that? As you see another special teams goal here, you see the pass across, and there's Packer there, just sit there. The rebound's sitting there pretty, just begging to be tapped into the net there. And Packer's like, okay, and Packer gets her first goal of the game here.
Good shot there by Hutchison to generate the rebound, and a great job by Madison Packer to be right on the edge of the crease to tip it in. And the Buttes, after dominating the first 2 minutes of the period, concede another goal and now trail 3-0.
You know, I say great goal scorers always find the right spots and happen to be there. And Packer always seems to find herself in all the right spots.
Heavy shot there from the point by Simon, doesn't get through. Puck's whacked away at behind the net. Fujimagari trying to find the handle, but it squirts loose to a Kersey. A Kersey with speed in over the blue line. Good check there. A Kersey had that puck knocked right off her stick by Simon. Good job. Penalty coming up here to the Buttes. None too pleased about the call. It's going to be Klimasova going to the box after a bump on the far side boards. And the Buttes right back to the penalty kill after giving up a power play goal to the Riveters. So the face-off will be to Fujimagari's right. Just 3 minutes into the second period. Riveters 3, Buttes 0. Lineswoman checking behind her to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. Puck is down, and the draw is won immediately by the Riveters. Rushton is dispossessed, but the puck squirts to the center of the slot. Comes back to the half wall. Drop down low. I think that's Packer with it in the corner to Cornine. Cornine sending it to Morse. Her shot saved by Fujimagari. She hangs on to that one for a whistle.
Nice day there for Fujimagari to stop the play and slow the game down. We're talking about for the Buffalo Buttes. They're struggling here against the Riveters, so they're really just trying to slow the game down as much as possible until they can get back into this game and get a puck on the board.
Feels like they need this kill here to at least swing something in their direction as well. And the Riveters, they'll just want to keep their foot on the gas and try to make it a 4-0 game. Good play by Rushton at the point to keep it in while hustling over towards the boards. And that puck's down low. Peltier jamming away at it. Nobody can come up with it. 3 skaters away at it, jamming away at it in the corner. That puck ends up with Baker. Back to Rushton. That shot's blocked by Sheriff. Good job by Sheriff getting a skate in the shooting lane. but the Riveters reset. Packer centers it out front off a leg. It's loose. Gathered up neatly and sent down the ice by Kim Brown. Dangerous rebound there, but a good job by Kim Brown to scoop and send it down the ice.
If you see a little more tough in front of their own net, the Riveters are really attacking in front of the net, really strong here today.
Rushton with speed carries over the blue line, sends it in deep. Boostad boxing out in the corner, but the puck ends up with Cornine. Cornine to Packer. She shoots, saved by Fujima Gari. Puck goes right back to Packer. 2 shots for $1 for Madison Packer. She doesn't shoot, sends it to Cornine though. Cornine with room, sends it down below the goal line to Packer. Packer to Rushton. She's got room to shoot. Wines fires it wide. Sheriff's going to be at the end of her shift here as McPherson comes up with the puck and hustles through the neutral zone. Maybe should have just sent it deep so Sheriff could have changed. Instead, as it's broken up through the neutral zone, Boostad does come up with it and send it deep. Good forecheck here by Guillen. That puck is loose beside the net. Pinned there by Walter. Aaron Guillen almost generating something there shorthanded. Nothing comes of it, but a good effort by the speedy Aaron Guillen.
You know, when the Buttes need some offense going, you see him turn to players like Guillen and Ruggiero a lot. And you saw right there, Guillen really out there trying to use her speed to get some going here for the Buffalo Buttes.
And speaking of offense, Bowie and Accursi out there to kill the rest of this penalty with 15 seconds left. Chance of Bowie to center it, but the puck just hops up in the air. Good forecheck by Accursi, sends it back into the corner, but now the Riveters have some space to break out of their own end, and they do. Rushton in over the line. Trying to drive through the middle, just stood up neatly by Boostad, and the Buttes are back to full strength. Klimasova giving chase on her horse after Murphy. Murphy using the safety of her own net and sends it up to the neutral zone. That puck is taken by Shatilova. She gets it back on a return pass, shooting, firing it high and wide. Packer's still out there. Has played the full 2-minute power play. Here's a chance for Accursi and over the line. Shouldering off her check. Accursi taken down cleanly though. Just a bump to the shoulder sent her to her knees. Great defense there by Shatilova to cover up. And the Riveters ice the puck. Really good effort there by Tatiana Shatilova to cover up on that breakaway for Accursi.
And Accursi, one of the top goal scorers in the league this year, using her speed, but really being pursued from behind strongly by the Riveters. Any goalie gearheads in the chat here today? What do you think of the pads that Walter is rocking here? I think they're really sharp.
Murphy comes up with it and sends it over to the far boards. It's Shatilova. But the Buttes come up with it and reset. It's Ruggiero trying to find the stick of Bowering up the middle, but it didn't get there. And now we're offside. Riveters called offside, and we'll have a face-off outside the Butte zone. Both teams keeping the same skaters out there, so the puck should be dropped relatively quickly here as the lineswoman calls the skaters over to the dot. The puck is down, draw is tied up a little bit and won by the Riveters. It's Kelly Nash sending it up ahead to Shatilova. Shatilova losing the puck though, and the Buttes looking to break out the other way, but a good second effort by Shatilova, and the Buttes can't quite get out. Now Sheriff does get it out, right back in, offside, as Avery was down on one knee, stuck in the Buttes zone, and Shatilova brought the puck back in.
It's not offside this game. The Buffalo Buttes are really holding the blue line really tight there, but this instance as a Riveter just trapped beside the line, getting up off the ice, tied up with the Buttes defender.
Brooke Avery upset that there was no call there because she felt like she was interfered with, and that's the reason that she was offside. Nash comes up with the puck off the draw. It's sent to the near side boards, but Brooke Stacy comes up with it and resets back into her own end. She picks her head up, tries to find McPherson, doesn't quite get there cleanly, and Guillen sends it in behind the net. Stacy giving chase on the forecheck, but the Riveters very quick to come up with this puck and try to get it out. Guillen with a good job at the blue line as there's a long battle for it, but Skarbowski comes up with it, sending it back to Orzechowski, who centered ahead. Guillen battling forward in the neutral zone. Stacy coming to try to help. Nobody wants the puck here as it's all muddied up in the neutral zone. Kelly Nash sending it to the blue line, chipped in on the backhand by Brooke Avery, and the Riveters make a change. Skarbowski, her pass is deflected, doesn't get out. They do say it does get all the way out. Riveters tag up. Buttes resetting behind their own net. Orzechowski with a nice spin move behind her goaltender. Brooke Stacy turns the puck over at the blue line to Leary, but it does get out to center ice. Buttes making some changes. Simon sets up in her own end. Breakout pass to Packer. That pass hits a leg though. Bowie comes up with it on her backhand and chips it in deep and gives chase. Simon comes up with it with a great pass to the far side boards, and it's sent up long to Leary, and she's in over the line. with a mini breakaway. Leary in over the line. Forehand, backhand, forehand. That shot goes wide. I think Fujimagari might have pushed her just wide of the shot. Rebecca Morse with it now. Dropping it to the half wall is Cornine. Her saucer pass pops up and out of the zone, and she taps her stick in frustration, but that pass didn't settle down. Riveters right through the neutral zone, breaking right back through and continuing to just put the screws on the forecheck to the Buttes here. The Buttes try to get in over the blue line. Kersey can't quite come up with it. Swings at it with one hand. Morse sending it behind her own net. Kilduff sending it up the boards, and Packer through the neutral zone on the backhand, chips it to Cornine. 2-on-1 developing. Cornine, 3-on-1. It's Leary. Shooting save by Fujimagari. That might have been blocked out in front. A slow developing 3-on-1 for the Riveters results in a block shot. This puck shot wide of the net ends up in the neutral zone. Murphy being harassed by Sheriff, and she comes up with it. Sheriff on the backhand trying to find Bowering, but Walter comes up with that and hangs on for a whistle.
Really nice save there for Fujimagari. He's a 3-on-1 right in front of her, and really good to stand tall there and just stay strong on her choice. But Chad, I'll be doing another intermission interview after this period. I want to ask you, who do you want to see me interview next period? And I'll do my best to grab them.
That puck pops up off a skate and out of play. They deem that the faceoff will stay in the Riveters zone, so another offensive zone faceoff for the Buttes. Faceoff to Walter's right. Lineswoman calls everyone to attention and drops the puck, and the Buttes will win the draw. Back to Birdsall. She takes a second to shoot, held it too long, and Rushton goes the other way on a breakaway. Here's Rushton in over the line, shooting short side. She missed the net. Good move to get Fujimagari out of position, tried to go short side, but Mallory Rushton missed the net and hits the boards behind. Here's Birdsall sending it up the boards again. Bowering in over the line with speed, has Stacy driving the net with her, I believe. Check that, it was Brown. Brown to Sheriff, and Sheriff can't come up with it in the slot. Sheriff chips it back down low, Bowering, and Sheriff battling for it. Puck ends up behind the net, and the Riveters look to break out. Johnston takes a look and realizes no one's in front of her, so she just takes it herself all the way through the neutral zone. She still has the puck, drops it on the half wall now. She goes in on the forecheck behind the net, but Bowering comes up with it. She's tripped up. No penalty called there, I don't think. I don't see an arm up. Kersey in over the line, a 1-on-4, tries to drag it through, centers it out front. Bowie comes up with it. Bowie fakes a shot, winding, firing, missing everything and going right out of play. Good look at the net there for Corinne Bowie, but she missed everything, and that puck ends up out of play.
You see Corinne Bowie doing what she does best, trying to put this team on her back. We've seen it so many times before. 4 years at Buffalo Butte. She just fires it wide, just high over the net there, Walter. He's looking to shoot high a lot here in Walter. I wonder if something they saw in film throughout the week. A lot of shots go high, but also going high and wide.
That shot by Skarbowski deflects off the skate of Nicole Simon. But Walter able to make the save. Nice drop pass by Kersey, just sending it to the slot. She ended up getting it all the way back to the point for Bowie, but Kersey 1-on-4 down low, just put the puck between her legs out in front. Draws one by Bowie, but Skarbowski overskates that puck trying to send it on net. And that almost led to a breakout play for Kilduff, but instead the Buttes have the puck in the neutral zone. Klimasova getting it over the line, but immediately it's turned over. Back through the neutral zone is Kelly Nash. Nash trying to send it in deep, but can't quite do so. And now the puck ends up in the offensive zone for Kersey. Kersey with Bowie. She finds Bowie shooting! Great save by Sam Walter. Read that play all along. Another real good chance for this line, but Sam Walter up to the task.
The Buffalo Butte are starting to get rolling here. Stampede is starting to get running. They're starting to feel it in their veins here. Maybe get a little bit of spark at the playoff players like Bowie and Kersey. And though these two are leading the charge here for Buffalo Buttes and starting to generate some really nice opportunities for them here.
Puck ends up behind the net, rung around the boards. Peltier trying to pinch to keep it in, but it gets past her. Chermova has to cover up as three forwards come in on the forecheck for the Riveters and do force a turnover. It's Leary centering it to Cornine. Puck ends up at the point with Morse. She sends it down low. Chermova breaks it up though, trying to chip it up and off the glass, but it ends up right back on her stick. Chermova with a nice move, turning it over though in the neutral in the slot. Check that. Getting it out to the neutral zone, but Morse trying to send it right back in. Good job by Guillen using her skate, and now it's Stacy shooting just wide of the net. Real good play by Erin Guillen to spring Brooke Stacy there. who had a nifty play at the blue line to give herself some space, but fired it just wide. Puck up on the far side boards. Chermova and Packer battling for it. Cornine comes up with it. She's tripped up. No penalty there. Bowie on her forehand up and off the glass. Guillen trying to chip at it. Here's Bowie, gets it with speed. Everyone tags up to be onside. Bowie looking to the net. Just sends it high up in the air, knocked down in front of the net. Peltier does a good job to keep it in, just sends it into the far corner. Bowie giving chase. 3 Buttes on the ice as the other 2 make changes. Klimasova looking out in front for Bowie. Can't quite find her. Peltier to Bustad. Her shot deflects off the glass. Kersey gives chase behind the net. It's Klimasova looking back door to Bowie, but it's deflected. Bowie doing a real good job being strong on the puck. Bustad sent it down low. Great play by Bowie to keep that puck in the zone. Puck high in the air. It's in the corner. Unfortunately, no forecheckers there for the Buttes. And that long breakout pass finds Madison Packer far side. Packer and Leary. Packer on her backhand shooting. Hits Fujimagari's arm and ends up behind the net, but Packer has it again. Packer centers it out front, broken up by the Buttes. Packer and Leary have been out there for about 2 minutes and finally head to the bench for the Riveters.
Bowie's been a one-woman wrecking crew out there for about 3 or 4 minutes now. She's actually doing whatever she can to get her team going.
Birdsall struggling to find the handle on the puck, feeds it ahead to Bowering. She finally gets it in with Sheriff. Sheriff centers it for Kim Brown. Knocked out of the air neatly by Rushton, and she just takes it in stride through the neutral zone. Great job by Mallory Rushton in over the line. Rushton chips it around behind the net. Hutchison tried to send it out front, but fanned on it, and now the puck being battled for along the half wall, sent back down low to the corner. Up top to Johnston. She sends it D to D. Wind, the hard shot there by Rushton, ends up behind the net. Wide open chance. And what do we have here? We have a goal. That puck did end up.
That came off the pads.
Net. Wow. Saw the official point of the net. Forgive me for calling that a goal. A wide open net for Brooke Baker, but the net off the moorings. Magari wasn't even in the crease.
Wide open net. Very tough angle, though. Looks like Baker may have put it off the opposite post, it looks like, and bounces right back out. And then Fujimagari trying to get over there, kind of get the net off.
7:26 to go in period 2. We'll be back after this break. Riveters 3, Butte 0. Welcome back to Buffalo Riverworks as the Riveters enjoy a 3-0 lead. A chance to make it 4 on a wide open net, but the Buttes benefiting from that net coming off the moorings. Real tough angle shot for Brooke Baker as she tried to put the puck into the empty net. Face off to Fujimagari's right. Puck's knocked down, unfortunately for the Riveters, ends up in the neutral zone. Backhand pass does. Kelly Nash looks like she pulled both of her teammates offside, but no whistle coming. Big shot from the point there, doesn't get through as Simon let that shot go, but it hit a leg out front. And now the Buttes break out. That misses everybody right on Walter. That would have been an icing against the Buttes, but that puck ends up right in front of Walter, and she'll hold on for a whistle.
Lots of time with the puck there to get the puck out to a defender for Walter, but she's sensing players like Kersey and Bowie starting to get going. So
and that was Guillen. That was Guillen coming in with speed on that play.
I talk about it so much, but just a goalie trying to slow the game down for a team. They want to keep this 3-0 advantage. You know, the three-goal lead, they say, is the most dangerous lead in hockey.
Face-off stays in the circle there. No one really winning it. Klimasova goes into the corner. Centers it. Bowie shooting. Gets knocked over as she shoots, but a save by Walter. Chipped up off the glass. Peltier with an aggressive pinch looking to keep it in. And she almost does, but then that pass deflects up in the air, and it finds the stick of Madison Packer. Packer in over the line, chipping it to herself down low, but Klimasova there to clean that puck up, and a good job by Klimasova finding Chermova, who breaks it out. Not quite, though, as Leary knocks that pass down neatly, and the Buttes are still hemmed in their own end. Here's a chance for Leary. Utes couldn't break out of their own end, and Leary now for Packer. Packer has Cornine out front but can't get the puck there. And now the Buttes will break out. Peltier has Klimasova and Acursi with her. Peltier 3-on-2. Good job by Morse knocking that puck off Peltier's stick. Peltier, look out. Puck ends up out in front. Nobody home to come up with it. There's a shot from Acursi, saved by Walter, and the rebound is sent all the way down the ice for an icing. Good chance there for the Buttes. A kind of harmless, slow developing play ends up with a puck right out in front, and Walter had to be sharp.
Looks like Kate Leary might be mic'd up out there. You saw the remnants of that dragging behind her on the ice. A little microphone transmitter looked like dangling off her back as she was trying to get to the bench there. You know, something you don't see very much. But I asked the chat moments ago, who do you want to see me interview in next intermission? I got an overwhelming response for Ashley Johnston, so I'll do my best to grab her for the next intermission. Give me one question you want me to ask her, and I'll pick the best one I like.
Face off to the right of Walter. Ends up on the stick of Bustad, who just sends it down low. Bowering and Morse battling for it. Acursi, check that Sheriff chipping at it. Cornine up and off the glass. And here come the Riveters with speed. Kulduff through the middle. That shot slowly rolls to Fujimagari. She didn't see it, but it hits her pad, and she's there to freeze it down for another whistle.
Yeah, she did not see that. That puck caught her totally off guard, so nice reaction there to keep the puck out of the net. And that one, another defensive zone faceoff for the Buffalo Buttes.
Just kind of taking up space in the butterfly there, and it hit her pad, and she's able to freeze it. Much cleaner period thus far, Justin. Not as many penalties as we saw in the first.
Yeah, both teams were just really fired up in the first period. You see them kind of dial it down a bit here.
Rushton sends it down low behind the net. Baker coming up with it, sending it to Johnston. Johnston on her backhand, keeping it in, but the Buttes come up with it. And Bowering on her backhand gets it out, but can't beat Johnston, and it's sent right back in again by the Riveters. Great job by the Riveters at the blue line. That's a bad pass, almost ended up right on Rushton's stick for a chance out front, as that backhand pass was very dangerous from Kim Brown. Check that, Becky Bowering, I think. Either way, puck's behind the net. Now it's Kim Brown coming up with it. That pass hits Bowering in the skates, and unfortunately for the Buttes, another failed breakout. And Hutchison sends it right back in. Sent around behind the net. Bustad coming up with it. Buttes just can't get out of their own end here. That shot out front, saved by Fujimagari on Baker, who had the deflection goal on the power play in the first. Baker pulled that to her backhand, trying to get it around Fujimagari's pad, but nothing doing as Fuji stuck the pad out to make the save. Long breakout pass finds Baker perfectly. Fujimagari goes around behind the net to slow it down and backhand it around the boards. Buttes trying to break out once again, Justin. They can't get out of their own end cleanly. Stacy coming up with it now. She'll try to carry it through the neutral zone with no luck. Sent right back in again. A poke check gets the puck on Stacy's stick. She centers it to McPherson, and the Buttes might finally get a puck deep. Cassidy McPherson in over the line, kicking it up ahead. But Simon's right there to ring it around on the backhand. Birdsall at the point, trying to keep it in. Her shot blocked immediately by Kelly Nash. And here comes Shatilova in over the line. Shatilova pulling it to her backhand. Good job there by Chermova. Just enough of a bump to send Shatilova off to the side, but she's still got it. Shatilova, great pass, rebound. Shatilova with a beautiful pass there to Arnold, who put it right on net, and the rebound almost ended up on another shot on goal, but instead ended up in the corner. Buttes send it through the neutral zone, not far enough for icing, but they will make changes. Cassie Dunn comes up with it and sends it to the far side boards. Puck's in the middle, chipped up in the air, onto the stick of Skarbowski, who looks to just send it right back in and does. Walter tees it up behind the net for Simon. Acursi trying to force a turnover. That pass misses everybody. And as Skarbowski heads back, we have an icing against the Riveters.
So we just hit 4,000 viewers here on Twitch.tv. Can we get pogs in chat, please? For you Twitch veterans, you know what that means. But thanks for tuning in. This is your first time tuning in to some NWHL action. Welcome to Buffalo, New York. Buffalo Riverworks. Check out this Buffalo Believes event, out the first ever NWHL outdoor game. Riveters lead the Buffalo Buttes 3-0.
Here's Skarbowski shooting. That shot hits Walter in the pad. Rebound by Acursi. It comes out front. Chipped into the corner neatly. Nice job to cover up there. That was Simon covering up for her goaltender. Here's Acursi with room. Shooting near side. Missed the net. Peltier on a pinch. Look out. Fans wanting a penalty there as Klimasova was dumped way away from the puck as she tried to cover the point for Peltier. Kersey centering it out front with a backhand. Bowie tied up with her check. Bowie doing a good job wrestling for the puck. Has some puck support from Klimasova. 4 skaters, 5-6 now battling in the corner. 3 skaters aside jamming away at this puck. No one can dig it out. It does come free. Bowie's stick is tied up neatly. Skarbowski there to cover up. Klimasova sending it behind the net on the backhand. But here come the Riveters breaking out neatly high through the air. This gets far enough. It will be an icing. It does. Skarbowski gets there, but not before the puck, so we will have an icing against the Riveters.
Cool River 70 in the chat asking, how do you get team emotes? You want to subscribe to the channel, $4.99 a month. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, if you're on a mobile device, hit subscribe, and you get the team emotes. Speaking of emotes, this is technically a Buttes broadcast. Let's get some Buttes karma going here in chat. If you're a subscriber, I want you to flood this chat with the Buttes emotes. Just fill it up. Get some Buttes, get some karma here. If you don't have emotes, like I just said, hit that subscribe button. Support the channel and the league, most importantly.
Right off the draw, Shadalova with speed, shooting, saved by Fujimagari. Looked it right into her glove. Good job by Fujimagari to see that puck. What speed by Shadalova to break out, but a good save by Fuji.
You were seeing Fuji starting to heat up here as we talk about the opening. A really strong save a while back there, flashing a left pad at the back door, but Fuji starting to heat up.
You gotta think though, the Buttes would like to get something going offensively. Face-off ends up behind the net. Fujimagari, that puck centered, ends up with Morse. Winds and fires. Big shot block there by Brooke Stacy, getting a leg in the way. Stacy now trying to break through the neutral zone for McPherson. McPherson in over the line. McPherson shooting, saved by Walter, and does a good job to pin it against her pad and hang on for a whistle. A good breakout and rush there for the Buttes. Results in a shot on goal and a chance. But the Buttes still unable to break through Sam Walter. Face off to Walter's left now with 1:47 to play in period 2. Puck is down, draw is won by the Riveters, but they can't quite get it out as Guillen's whacking away at it, and Stacy comes up with it. Stacy to Bustad, just trying to send it deep. Instead it hits a stick and ends up in Packer's stick in the slot. Bustad doing a good job backing up there. Is able to come up with that puck in the neutral zone. It's sent ahead, no icing here. 2 Buttes giving chase as Morse goes behind her net. Guillen harassing her. Guillen wiped out. Hopefully Erin Guillen's okay. She looks to hop up, and she is. Some physical play here as the Buttes are on the forecheck trying to generate something offensively. Guillen hustling in, getting all sorts of tied up. Here comes Cornine through the middle. Cornine shooting right into Fujimagari's crest. And another save and whistle by Mariah Fujimagari. Minute 7 to go here in period 2. Riveters lead 3-0. Buttes making some changes here, so are the Riveters. Both teams sending out some fresh troops. Maybe the Riveters sticking with their 5 skaters. Guillen going to the box here. So we have a penalty called against Erin Guillen. Sorry, I missed the call. Might have been when she got tied up in the offensive zone on the forecheck there. We'll listen for the announcement from the scorer's table. Face off to the left of Fujimagari as the Buttes are back shorthanded. It's Morse sending it down low, but that jumps over the stick of Baker. And the Riveters look to get set up on the power play. It's Rushton working down the half wall. Cornine with it now, sending it to the point. Morse doesn't shoot. Morse looking for Cornine instead, sends it on net, deflected. Good save by Fujimagari. And Sheriff, a great job giving herself just enough room on the backhand and chipping that down the ice. And she'll head off for a change. Riveters setting up behind their own net, 30 seconds to go here in period number 2 as Morse breaks through the neutral zone with speed. Morse to the middle, save, rebound, they score! No, they do not. Penalty coming up here. Did Fujimagari save that? My apologies. That was a wide open net for Kendall Cornine, and somehow that puck didn't go in the net. And Cornine is now going to the box. Guillen got called for tripping. My apologies for that goal call because that net was wide open. And maybe Cornine was called for the penalty before that, which is why the goal wouldn't have counted. I thought that puck went into the net. So now 4 aside for the last 19 seconds of the period. Face off to the right of Walter. Puck's down. McPherson wins the draw. Big shot from Bowie, doesn't get through. She does come up with the puck, chips it behind the net. 13 seconds to go. Puck's out front as a Kersey fed Bowie, and here's a breakaway chance for Leary. Leary in over the line. It's a 2-on-0 with Packer. Leary going out front. Poke check by Fujimagari. Sends Leary flying. Good play there from Mariah Fujimagari. And as the second period ends, we have a 3-0 score to the Riveters, but no lack of action here as both teams trying to generate something on offense. We're skating 4 aside. Fujimagari with that poke check sent Kate Leary flying through the slot. Good period again for Sam Walter, turning away all the shots that she faced. And the Buttes still trying to come back as they're trailing from 3-0. We have a replay here. Yeah, we have a replay here of this chance here as Leary came in on a 2-on-0. Leary tried to cut to the front of the net, and Fujimagari just putting her stick and body out front there. And Kate Leary gets tripped up there and flies through, but a great job by Fujimagari to take away what would have been a 2-on-0 or a wide open net. So some good chances for both teams on both sides. Once again, we have Madison Packer talking with the officials after the whistle or after the period ends. Just maybe wondering about some calls here. As this time it's a lineswoman and a referee that Madison Packer is talking to. We'll skate 4 aside when we come back for the third period as we have a penalty to Aaron Guillen for tripping. 53 seconds left on that penalty, and a cross check by Cornine with 1:41 left to go on that power play. So we're waiting to see if Justin can get an interview with Ashley Johnston. Mind you, reminder that the Riveters just signed Ashley Johnston this week, joining the team just before this game. So we'd like to have a chat with her and see how it feels to be back out on the ice, if Justin can track her down for an intermission interview here at Riverworks. We have our team staff setting up for the Chipwich 20 and 20 challenge, where we'll have 20 pucks lined up on the blue line in 20 seconds to see how many pucks can be put into the net. So we'll have two participants come out and take place in the 2020 shootout. We're ready now with Justin down by the benches. Justin with Ashley Johnston. Let's hear what she has to say.
Johnston, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Oh, so you were demanded by the Twitch chat that I interviewed you in this period. So thank you very much for doing this. Yeah. First of all, how did you enjoy your brief retirement?
It was good. There's a lot more pizza involved, a lot more brown foods, so yeah, it was good.
So what's it like coming back to your first game in an event like this?
I mean, it's pretty special to be out playing an outdoor game, first ever outdoor game. Like that's a special thing to be part of, and then just to be back playing with the fans. You know, it's a really unique environment. Something that if I've ever had another chance, I would definitely go for it. So.
Did you do anything in particular? Did you do anything to prepare for the elements of today's game?
No, I found out I think Thursday, Friday, drove down this morning, so there wasn't a lot of preparing.
So as your first game back in a long time, what kind of challenges are you facing, having not been on the ice in a long time?
You know the Bambi cartoon, Bambi on Ice?
There you go.
That's pretty well it.
Like wiping the rust off?
Well, there's a lot of rest.
So strong start for Riveters here, 3-0. What are you ladies doing out there that's working so well for you here tonight?
I think we just got to keep winning the puck battles. When we win the puck battles, good things happen. When we don't, that's when we get pinned in for a long time. So as long as we keep winning them, I think it'll be a good rest of the game.
So when you're talking to a team, what does Ashley Johnston bring to said team?
You know, I'm pretty poised 99% of the time. Not a lot bothers me, so it's a nice consistent factor.
Well, thanks very much. And I'd let you know that the Twitch chat said, welcome back, and they miss you very much, and they're glad that you're back.
Thank you guys very much, and thank you to everyone who's watching. You guys who watch it are the people who make this game happen, so thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Steve. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Buffalo Riverworks. The Riveters enjoying a 3-0 lead over the Buttes. Justin, I just want to talk about what a privilege this is to be calling this game. A great opportunity to see the first NWHL women's hockey game played outdoors at Riverworks. This has been an awesome experience.
Yeah, such a privilege. Quite the experience as well. And thank you to all of you at twitch.tv/NWHL that makes this all possible. Without you, nothing like this would ever be taking place. So thanks to you everyone hanging out and chat right now.
So back to the game, the Buttes really struggling to generate anything offensively. It feels like once in a while they get a look at the net, and the best that we saw from them was to begin that period, the sustained offensive pressure. Unfortunately for the Buttes, it turned into a penalty kill and a goal for the Riveters the other way, and that seemed to deflate them a little bit.
And now a ton of sustained pressure for the Buttes, and like I said, it's all been at the start of the periods. For whatever reason, they just can't keep that momentum going. The Riveters doing a really great job just shutting them down, not seeing much speed. There's not a lot of open ice out there. I think that's probably the key to a lot of the Riveters' success.
And unfortunately, no good breakout passes coming if you're the Buttes. And for the Riveters, they seem to be doing a really good job transitioning from defense to offense.
Yeah, and that's so much transitioning, and the Buttes aren't doing it. And we talked about that in the opening. They did it well last week on Saturday, and they're struggling here tonight. And it's so crucial because it's your zone exit, and you miss the pass, you're giving the puck right back to your team that you just worked so hard to get back.
Third period action coming up after this break. Welcome back to Riverworks as the third period action is underway. Skating 4 aside now. Riveters enjoying a 3-0 lead. The Buttes will hope to, crack into the scoring column to at least mount a comeback, and the Riveters will be aiming for more of the same because they've been just carrying play throughout. That was a long play there. I think that Murphy might have thought that the Riveters were shorthanded, and they're skating 4 aside, so I think she was just trying to clear the puck down the ice and then realized it's 4 aside, and an icing brings it back the other way.
Welcome back to all you there in the chat there at twitch.tv. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Ashley Johnston there. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good one.
Buttes win the draw. Peltier shot from the point. Rebound. Another chance. Bowie fans on it. Oh, 2 good looks after the initial shot by Peltier. Neither look ends up as a shot on goal for the Buttes. But a good chance here. Good chance there for the Buttes to get onto the scoreboard, but nothing doing for Buffalo. Bowie chipping it up the boards to Acursi. Acursi trying to send it in deep and does. It slowly rolls behind the net, and the second line rolls out for the Buttes. Looks like Klimasova playing on the second line now. I wasn't sure who was out there for the first line. We were skating 4 aside, forgive me. Long play down the ice there. Would have been an icing, except now the Buttes are on a power play for 38 more seconds. Look how they clatter together behind the net, and that's off its moorings. And the Buttes were looking to break out there. They're a little bit frustrated by that whistle because with 36 seconds left in their power play, they wanted to get up and go the other way.
We talked about the Riveters' aggressive PK, and you saw it there with another skater behind the net again, pressuring the Buttes defender. That time was Kate Leary putting the Buttes player into the net, knocking it off its moorings, and the whistle comes outside the zone due to the fact that Leary knocked her into the net.
Good catch, Justin, as they did talk about it and decided to move the faceoff outside the zone, implying that the net came off as a result of a Riveters play, which was Leary. And now the Buttes breaking through the middle is Brooke Stacy with speed. Stacy trying a backhand pass that's immediately knocked down by Johnston. Sent to the corner. Buttes can't quite come up with it in the slot, and it squirts out to the neutral zone as Bustad retreats back to her own end. Just 10 seconds left on the power play. That puck was not deflected. I didn't think it was. I think that's the right call, as an icing is called against the Buttes. Some fans booing, but I think that was the right call, as that puck looked to cleanly go behind Brooke Stacy. And with just 4 ticks left on the power play, we should be back to even strength.
We're just hitting 4,500 viewers here on Twitch. If you're watching right now, take the link, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter, get all your friends in here to watch this hot NWHL action.
Back to even strength here, 5 aside. Guillen looking to break out of her own end. Her pass is broken up by Murphy, but Klimasova pushes right through the neutral zone with it. Chips it in deep, but Rushton comes up with it. Good play behind the net by Guillen. Guillen with a nice stick lift there as well, but strong on the puck are the Riveters, and a very quick breakout the other way. Bowering loses an edge, trips up her skater. Thankfully, everybody's okay. Rushton cuts to the middle. That was Baker that got taken out by Bowering. Nothing malicious there. two players hitting the ice hard. Thankfully, everyone's okay. Rushton on a backhand trying to center it. It ends up hitting Fujimagari's pad as she kicked it aside. Bustad gathers and breaks out of her own end. Sarah Bustad gets dispossessed through the neutral zone. Chipped in ahead of Baker. She gives chase, but Fujimagari comes out, plays it up the boards to Kim Brown. Buttes just struggling to get through the neutral zone. Long pass to Sheriff off the boards. Ends up right in front of Walter, who holds on. That was a good breakout pass if Sheriff would have seen it coming a second sooner.
Yeah, they weren't on the same page. They were, Brown was looking to get the pass off the boards, come to the front of Sheriff, and Sheriff was looking for the pass out in front of her. But that was a great play by Brown to get that puck out in front because there's more space for Sheriff.
And Fujimagari was the one that played that puck up to Brown. It was a good play all around for the Buttes, beginning with their goaltender. Two skates get tied up in the faceoff circle. Puck comes to the near side boards, and the Riveters looking to break out of their own end. Sending it through the slot. Sheriff's going to come up with this because it was a bad pass. Sheriff shooting. Fires it wide of the net. Once again, Buttes can't quite get a good look at the net and put it on goal. Sheriff chips it right back in again. Some changes being made by the Buttes. Skarbowski sends it right back in behind the net from the neutral zone. And the Buttes will complete their change to the top line now. Outside of Sheriff, who's still out there, and she might look to come to the bench now. Orzechowski, and she does come to the bench to Klimasova. Klimasova's pass misses Bowie. Turned over in the neutral zone, and coming the other way is Avery. Shatilova shooting, fires it wide. Good look at the net there for Shatilova. That puck pops up over the boards into the mesh.
See this game getting a little bit more physical here. Buffalo Buttes and Metropolitan Riveters have a strong history. They played a lot of very, very physical, tense hockey games, and maybe starting to come out a bit here.
Murphy comes up with it off the draw and skates down from her defense position all the way below the goal line, being hassled by Peltier. Murphy drops it back. It's Cornine covering up at the point for Murphy, and they switch spots. Cornine goes down and takes out Peltier in the process. Puck's up but not out. Johnston there to keep it in at the blue line. Good pinch from Johnston. That pass neatly broken up by Bowie as she dropped down to one knee and broke that centering pass up. Puck squirts out in front of Fujimagari. Buttes come up with it. That's Chermova with the breakout pass. It's in over the blue line now. Buttes keeping it in. Klimasova shot immediately knocked down, and the Riveters once again looking to break out. This pass is stolen by Accursi. Wines fires! Does not beat the skater in front of her. A neat block by Ashley Johnston, and she pops right back up. Klimasova sending out front. Looking back door, shot off the side of the net. That puck goes off the side of the net. Does not appear to have crossed the goal line. A great opportunity for Accursi, and she hit the side of the net. Official right there on top of it to look, and that puck did not go over the goal line. Maybe the best chance of the game for the Buttes. That centering pass looking for Cornine, doesn't get there, and the Buttes break out with speed the other way. It's Guillen. Guillen to Stacy. That puck hits her in the skates. Guillen kicking it back in over the blue line. Might have been close, but I think that was offside.
A couple of huge clutch blocks there for Ashley Johnston a moment ago. Taking a full-on clapper right into the ankle from Taylor Accursi. Just probably thinking to herself, I was on my couch last week relaxing. Now I'm taking bombs to the foot.
Didn't even miss a beat, though. Popped right back up and made a play on the puck. The two number threes converge on the puck. Stacy comes up with it and sends it behind the net. Guillen on her backhand switches to her forehand, but they battle away for it in the corner. And Hutchison comes up with it but can't get it out. Guillen sending it down low to McPherson. McPherson looking up top. Has Birdsall, keeps it herself, makes a head fake shot. Rebound, they jam away at it, it's loose and comes loose to the side of the net. And Baker's there to send it around behind the net and save her goaltender who was out of position. Bustad centering it, it's out front again, kicked out front. Good save there by Walter, almost results in another scoring chance. That puck is centered off the edge of the stick. Stacy with two looks at the net, neither one really a good attempt. Second one knocked away. Klimasova walking in over the blue line. Klimasova running into Hutchison. Hutchison tried to stand up Klimasova, and instead Hutchison got knocked over. It looks like the net might be off the moorings here as I see the official pointing. And that is, in fact, what has caused the whistle.
I've seen a lot of this happen here, a lot this game. But a lot of really nice opportunities here for the Buttes. And every time they have a chance tonight, it's not just now, the puck bounces just to the wrong spot. Where they can't get a stick on it or they're super handcuffed by the opportunity. Yeah,
Stacy's first shot hits the heel of her stick, and then the rebound as she reloaded went wide of the net off of the blocker of Walter, but it was going wide anyway. Here's a turnover in the neutral zone. Accursi trying to center it, but turns it right back over to the Riveters. And there's Nash sending it up. Breaking through is Arnold. Her shot gloved by Fujimagari. Rebound saved again by Fujimagari. They need to reset. Another shot goes over the net. 3 good attempts for the Riveters. Couple of saves from Mariah Fujimagari. Little scrambly there for the Buttes. Another good pressure by the Riveters. A quick transition through the neutral zone immediately results in 3 attempts at the goal. Here's Peltier looking for a breakout pass. Wings it through the air. Great pass to Kim Brown, tape to tape. Brown shooting off a leg once again. They can't get through the person in front of them. Corinne Bowie losing the puck there. It's chopped up in the air, comes out just over the blue line, and Kelly Nash scoops it up. She skates through the neutral zone. Rough ride there for Shalatova. She gets in, though. Shatalova got in anyway. Good saves by Fujimagari. Tatiana Shatalova, and a penalty coming up here. The Riveters get through the neutral zone so quickly and end up driving the net. Just chance after chance for Metropolitan Riveters, and they draw a penalty that time.
Yeah, they're a very fast team, and they're very slippery is the term I like to use. They're quick with the puck on their stick. Another penalty coming up with the Buttes. Skarbowski had her hand around the neck there of Tatiana Shatalova.
Off the faceoff, the puck sits in the dot, bounces around to Brown. Kim Brown takes a hack at it, but doesn't get it out over the blue line. Sheriff trying to get it out with a second effort. We had Brown and Hutchison come together, and when Brown was down, Hutchison just swung her stick at her, slashed her while she was down on the ice. That puck centered off a skate. Good save by Fujimagari. That went off Leary's skate. It wasn't even a shot attempt, just took a deflection. Boostad hauled down over there by Packer. No penalty called. Riveters resetting a little bit at the blue line. Boostad comes up with it and will send it down the ice, but not far enough to get all the way down. Brown does head off to the bench for a quick change. It's Cassidy McPherson coming on. Murphy goes to send it into the zone. Instead, it goes over the glass, and the faceoff will come outside the zone.
Buttes fans, the Buttes need you right now in chat. Share those emotes as much as you can. And if you don't have one, subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, yes, you're eligible for a free sub. So just take a look. You might be able to get a free one.
Puck dropped right in front of us outside the blue line. Riveters bringing it over the line as Baker. Backhand there by Kornine, saved and knocked away. The rebound knocked away by Chermova. Good job by Lenka Chermova to cover up on the rebound. Riveters setting up on the power play. It's Packer behind the net. Her pass misses, but ends up at the point with Rushton. Rushton playing catch. That's with Kornine, and now Rushton gets it back from Kornine. Not really sure what the Riveters wanted. Riveters not sure what they wanted to do there, but then they do set up. Sent across by Morse. That shot's high and over the net. Missed everything. That play should come out. I don't know if anybody got a piece of that. Faceoff is going to stay in the zone, though, to Fujimagari's right.
Kendall Kornine with a shot there. Puck was on edge and looked like it went right over the net to me, untouched. Kendall Kornine, 2018 second-round draft pick from RIT. 11 goals and 8 assists in her last season in RIT.
Off the draw, Baker comes up with it, but Peltier swings it over to the end half wall. But the Riveters do get set up again on the power play. It's Kornine. Little pressure from McPherson, though, and the Buttes get it down the ice. And they'll make some much-needed changes as well. 4 fresh troops look to head onto the ice for the Buttes. 24 seconds to go here in this period, or in this penalty, I'm sorry. 11:30 to go in the period. Kornine in over the line with speed. Stopping, looking back to the point, tied up by Boostad. Puck goes behind the net. It's Packer to Kornine. Kornine sending it up top. Looking to the net, deflected out front, but goes over the net. Baker got a deflection again on it. That big, hard slap shot down the ice is intercepted by Rushton, and she makes a nice play. Skating through the middle now. Rushton going to the boards, ringing around. Baker's there to get it on the near side half wall. Birdsall comes up with it, sends it behind the net. Boostad comes up with a knee. He has a Kersey, but can't hit her. Now looks to her. Kersey's got it. 2-on-1. A Kersey and Klimasova. A Kersey to Klimasova. Shoots! Fires it wide. Rebound, trying to bank it off her pad. It's still loose beside the net. Klimasova, that skirts out in front. They score! The puck finally lands out front to Taylor Kersey, who chips it in over a sprawled out Walter, and it's 3-1.
They say, mercy, mercy, we got a Kersey. Great all-around sequence there as a Kersey looks for Klimasova. Goes just out the heel of her stick. Puck comes back out front. Walter looking to cover the puck, and she just misses it with her glove. You see Walter reach out for it. So you see here where it goes right off the heel of Klimasova's stick, and they're just trying to bank it off her right here. But you see Walter will reach for the puck in a second, and she just misses it, and just sitting there. Boop. Right for Kersey.
As Walter went to cover it, her own stick knocked it away from her glove as she was swimming after it, and a Kersey pounced on it. Yeah, we don't do that face-off correctly. As Shatilova jumped the circle a little early, so we'll drop that puck again, and the Buttes are on the board. With 10:48 to go, Taylor Kersey finds the back of the net on a scramble out front. That pass comes off the boards. Shatilova turning. Looking far side to the blue line. That shot by Murphy deflects and goes into the corner. Shatilova with speed again. She's so quick coming up with the puck yet again. Gets it back on a give and go. Now on the backhand, tries to center it, loses her footing though. Skarbowski can't quite get it out. Orzechowski chips at it. And now McPherson behind the net. It squirts out front. Shot. They score. That puck comes right out in front. And that was Brooke Avery to squeeze it in on the short side. Fujimagari gets an arm on it, and that's a very quick response for the Riveters, and they have their 3-goal lead back.
You know, when you go down, when you go down one, that's what you want to do. You want to score one back right away. And you see the replay here, just a bad angle shot that hits the shoulder of Fujimagari and just trickles up over the far side of the net. But after the Buttes goal, Riveters counter with Avery, Nash, and Shatilova. They've had a very strong game tonight, and they were rewarded for it right there. And then took the crowd right back out of this game. This building was buzzing momentarily after that Buttes goal, and now I could hear a mouse fart in here again.
You like to talk about spark plugs, and it feels like Shatilova is just that. She's so quick on and off the puck to make a play, and she found 3 loose pucks in the offensive zone on that forecheck alone. Riveters already set up again in the Buffalo zone. Bowie harassing her check. Puck's on the far side boards, and now Peltier with speed. Peltier happy to just lead the rush through herself to try to get the puck in the offensive zone, and she does. A Kersey whacks away at it and ends up on the boards. There's a Kersey looking out front to Bowie, but that pass is broken up by Murphy. Klimasova giving chase, chips it behind the net on the backhand, but Johnson's going to be the first one to get there, and she does. Comes up with it clean and breakout pass to Cornine. Cornine through the neutral zone, stick checked. A Kersey just got clipped in the chin with a high stick and no call there. Kersey feeling that one a little bit. She has a full visor on, full face visor, and it's still the stick caught her in the chin. Leary in over the line. She turns, drops it back to Cornine. Cornine has Baker out front, but turns behind the net, centers it, misses everybody, kept in at the blue line very nicely by Morse, who chips it down low on a backhand. Bustad tying up Baker. Puck's behind the net. Now Bustad comes up with it again. Buttes look to break out. Sheriff chips it out to the neutral zone, but the Riveters reset and bring it right back in with speed. Big shot by Baker goes wide of the net. But on a second effort, here comes Hutchison to chip it down behind to Baker. Baker and Bowering come together behind the boards, behind the net rather, along the boards. Sheriff gets knocked down, puck's loose still. Riveters come up with it, back pass there. Here's Baker with it. Baker centers it to the blue line. Good job on the backhand to be kept in there. That's Kilduff keeping it in at the blue line. Long possession here for the Riveters. Everything kept to the outside, but long puck possession. And in a 3-score game with 8 minutes to go, the Riveters will take this the rest of the time. Big shot by Morse doesn't get through. Deflected rather, goes into the corner. And now the Buttes will look to break out. Look out, big collision at center ice. Kim Brown got stood up. And now I believe Brown's going to get a penalty, although she did not initiate this contact at all. Kim Brown looking to break out of her own end and gets stood up at the blue line and took her check down and will head to the box. She is none too pleased with this call. 7:57 to go. The score is 4-1. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Riverworks. Kim Brown none too pleased with that penalty call as she tried to break out of the blue line, out of her own end at the blue line, and got stood up.
Yeah, interesting calls. That looked like a open eyes head to me, but it is what it is. Buffalo Beauts go back on the penalty kill. You've seen them in the box a lot here tonight, which has been most of their issue. They can't get anything going offensively. They're always killing the penalty.
7:57 to go. 2 minutes of which looks to be that they'll be serving shorthanded. Off the face-off, puck ends up on the stick of Orzechowski, who gets it out to the neutral zone, but not all the way down the ice. Sheriff on the forecheck loses an edge. Her and Murphy come together and both go down. Here come the Riveters in over the line, chipping it behind the net. Coming up with it herself was Hutchison. Now 2 Riveters down below the goal line, and the net's off the moorings, and we'll have a whistle.
So Steve, it's cold outside.
It's cold.
How are you hanging in there?
I'm good. I have taken advantage of the indoor space during both intermissions. You can call me soft, but I did go warm up for 5 minutes, and it made a difference.
I've taken a different strategy. I've been out here the entire time, going with the numb strategy.
The numb. Off the face-off, Riveters with possession again, set up quickly on the power play. Up to the point is Leary. Leary has Murphy at the point and goes to her. Murphy looking to the net, instead comes near side. That shot gets fired wide as Shatalova let it go, and the Beauts get it the length of the ice, which they haven't done much on the penalty kill today. And they do get to make some changes as well because they were able to ice that puck the full length. The Riveters setting up in their own end. It's Ruggiero applying some forecheck, and so far it's working as a missed pass sends the Riveters back into their own end, and now it's McPherson on the forecheck with Guillen coming onto the ice for Ruggiero. That pass goes up to Hutchison, knocked away neatly by Orzechowski, and Leary has to send it far side to Murphy, and the Beauts doing a great job clogging up the neutral zone here despite being down a skater. And over the line is Shatalova. Hutchison. Hutchison drives behind the net on her backhand, leaves it for Packer. Packer chipping it up in the air. McPherson's going to get there first. She gets taken down. No penalty called there. Leary walking in with room, shooting, blocked out in front by Chermova, and the backhand. Good play by Lenka Chermova, and a 2-on-2 developing the other way. Here's McPherson with speed, 2-on-1 now. Centering it back door, fired wide by Guillen. A good 2-on-1, and Guillen unfortunately just sent that puck wide on a 2-on-1 shorthanded chance. Here's Packer behind the net. She takes it to her forehand, sends it out front, rebound. What do we have? The net's off the moorings again. And once again, a benefit to Fujima Gari that net gets pushed off because she may have been out of position for that shot that was coming.
Yeah, really lucky for Fujima Gari as there was a couple Riveters there sitting on the back doors waiting for the puck. A nice shift there by Cassie McPherson, who's someone we've seen come on a lot offensively, really showing a lot of speed and hands. But she's really having a great couple games here for the Buffalo Beauts.
Back to 5 aside as Brown comes out of the box and goes straight to the bench, and the Beauts get their top line out there. Less than 6 minutes to operate if you're the Beauts to try to tie this up. Only 6 minutes left to kill if you're the Riveters. Here's Acursi dragging it through. Acursi scores! Oh my, Taylor Acursi! Acursi driving the net with her own player in front of her, used her as a screen. I think she ended up 5-holing Sam Walter, and it's 4-2.
You see this so many times about Taylor Acursi. She just fought off 2 Riveters and her own player. And she went to the toe drag and was contested from behind here. She get the turnover.
Bowie on the forecheck kind of generates the turnover. Klimasova ends up being in the way.
Here's a toe drag, facing 2 Riveters, and she just fouls it up. She stays with it. She didn't get the initial shot, but she sticks with it and follows through and is able to poke it through Walter there.
Taylor Acursi putting on a show at Riverworks with her second of the night. And the Beauts down 2 with 5.5 to go. Here's Klimasova, fanned on her shot, now battling with Johnston. Johnston goes down. Bowie whacking away at it, comes up with it. Boostad winds, fires wide of the net. Peltier looking to cover up and pinch at the point, and she does. Sends it back down low. Bowie can't play it. Johnston comes up with it on her forehand, puts it up and off the boards. Not out thanks to Boostad. Here's a chance again for the Acursi. Sends it back door. Bowie shot off a post, and the net is off the moorings. But man, the Beauts coming in waves now with 5 minutes to go, Justin.
Yeah, you know, when you're down a few goals in the Buffalo Beauts, just put out Acursi, because we should go out there and score a couple of third-period hat tricks. Not the first time. If she gets another one, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen a third-period hattie out of Taylor Kersey. Saw a few weeks ago against the Minnesota Whitecaps.
She comes to the bench for a rest now as the second line is out for the Buttes. But they're buzzing a little bit after that goal by Taylor Kersey. McPherson trying to keep it in, has it on her forehand, but it ends up on the stick of Rushton, and she breaks it out. Rushton to Murphy, chipping it ahead. Can't quite get it through Chermova. Stacy battling along the boards with Rushton. Stacy pins her check to the board. Guillen comes in. McPherson, that pass hits her in the skates. And now McPherson has to give chase down into the corner. Backhands it to Guillen. Guillen behind the net. Riveters come up with it, chipping it up off the boards. Johnston turns the other way and now on a backhand trying to get it out, but the Buttes battle and dig for it, coming up with it. Here's Guillen. Guillen has time, sends it to McPherson. Chermova shooting, deflected, goes just wide of the net. The Buttes reset, it's Guillen. Sending it up top. Chermova's shot goes wide. Rebound right to McPherson. McPherson looking to the net. Centering it, it's loose. Center out front again. Walter trying to find it, it's loose. It's into the corner now. They battle away for it. Good save there by Walter, keeping that puck out of the net. And the Riveters breaking through the neutral zone with speed is Kornine. She's immediately dispossessed neatly by Orzechowski. Orzechowski trying to find a Kersey. Who can blame her? And now a Kersey does have the puck. Shooting. She scores! Taylor Kersey with a third period hat trick. And the Buttes within one with 3:45 to play. Hats pouring out onto the ice.
We just talked about it. It's rare to see a player get one third period natural hat trick. Kersey's done it twice this year. Just now scoring 3 goals in under 10 minutes.
Great forecheck here. Another turnover forced by Bowie, bearing down again on her check, and that puck comes to a Kersey who makes no mistake.
And that she must have spent a lot of time in the offseason on her shot, because it was never a real weapon of hers, but this year her shot is on point, and she's just beating goalies clean, both wrist shot and slap shot. She's got a very hard shot, and she's putting the team on her back. But you see another turnover there, where the Buffalo Buttes do it. The Buttes are best when they pressure the other team's defenders aggressively and cause turnovers just like that.
The Riveters take their timeout wisely, as maybe it feels like the Buttes have built a bit of momentum. But if I'm Coach Pete Parham, I'm happy with this timeout because I can put Bowie, Kersey, and Klima Silva right back out there, which is what he's opting to do.
That's probably why I called the timeout.
Well, the Riveters took the timeout. So the Riveters took the timeout, which gives the Buttes the opportunity to keep that top line out there. So now we have Bustad and Peltier playing out there. Chermova not out there at the top unit, but big full-on let's go Buttes chant here at Riverworks. Puck just now fished out of the net. And with 3:45 to go, the Buttes down just 1. The Buttes are going to go ahead and grab that puck for Taylor Kersey. Klima Silva tossing it over the boards. They're going to save that puck for a Kersey as well. That puck just got fished out of the net about 10 seconds ago, Justin. It was still in the net after the timeout. So now we have the faceoff being called to center ice. Puck is down. Riveters come up with it off the draw and ringing it in deep. Fujimagari directing traffic as Bustad sent to the near side boards. Packer coming in. Hutchison takes a bump from Bowie. And now Bustad comes up with it. Buttes breaking out of their own end. Bustad, that pass hits a Kersey in the skates, but Bustad comes back up with it. Bustad centering to Bowie. Her one-timer comes off her stick. A Kersey shooting. She scores! Taylor Kersey with a shot from the blue line, and we are tied!
You've got to be kidding me. This is absolutely unreal. You can't write this. It's something you see in a movie.
Taylor Kersey with a shot from the blue line beats Walter cleanly on the glove side, and just like that, we are 4 aside.
This is an amazing shot through traffic, puck knuckling. That's a lot for a goalie to handle, and I don't think Walter ever saw it, but Buttes score 4 unanswered.
No, it was 3-1, correct. It was 3-1, and then the Riveters scored immediately to take what you thought was the energy out of the game. But the Buttes had other ideas, and here we are, Justin, 4-4 with 3:15 to play in regulation. And the Buttes are buzzing now. Puck comes through the neutral zone. McPherson can't quite come up with it. Stacy does. Her pass is immediately intercepted by Kelly Nash, and they send it in deep. Bustad Chipping it around the boards, but Shatilova comes up with it. Now it's with Murphy. Her shot hits a leg out front, goes wide. Kelly Nash looking to send it up front to Johnston, who has to just send it back in deep from the point. Shatilova to Murphy. Murphy sends it D to Johnston. Johnston's shot blocked out front by Bustad, doesn't get through. That puck comes out front, they score! And just like that, Shatilova has a puck find her stick right on the crease. She chips it stick side, and the Riveters take a 5-4 lead with 2:37 to go.
Super tough break for the Buffalo Buttes there. Another tough goal from the side of the net allowed there by Fujimagari. She just wasn't really angled properly to make that save.
Good play by Johnston to keep this puck in and get it behind the net. And it kind of bounces around a little bit off a skate and ends up on the stick of Shatilova, who puts it in the net.
She kind of got to the post there, looked behind the net, and as she got there, her body's still kind of straight along the goal line. The puck came right out front and off of a player's stick, took a weird bounce past her, and went into the right side of the net.
Still plenty of time left here with how many goals we've seen in the past few minutes. Off the faceoff, that puck is backhanded all the way down the ice and hits Fujimagari, and the Buttes look to break out again. Klimasova can't quite play it through the neutral zone, and here's a chance for Leary as she beats Orzechowski. Bowie covering up behind her net, chipping it up off the boards. Bowie looking for Accursi. Accursi comes up with it. Accursi in over the line. She shoots, fires it wide. Klimasova comes up with it, sends it to Orzechowski, but she gets beat, and now here's a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Packer with Leary. Packer shooting, she scores! What a shot by Madison Packer. Packer finds the short side, beating Fujimagari on the glove side. A beautiful shot by Madison Packer, and the Riveters take a 6-4 lead.
Madison Packer, there's one thing about her game, she's going to get hers, and that she does right there. She pressures the point, causes a turnover, and in turn causes a 2-on-1. And on 2-on-1s, you're always coached to shoot the puck because you're going to catch that goalie cheating. And right there, Packer shoots that short side top shelf. And a beautiful shot there to beat Fujimagari.
Didn't look like there was a lot of room to shoot there
Beautiful
at all.
shot.
Fuji was there, had the glove high, and just a great shot by Madison Packer. Face off back at center ice. 6-4 with 2:04 to go. A game that saw 4 goals through 2 periods now has 10 goals. That shot by Peltier hits Walter's pad. McPherson coming up with it. Maybe going to the point. Instead goes down low. Back to McPherson. She tries to center it. It's loose in the slot. Peltier coming up with it. Her shot deflected. Oh, and a good save there by Walter. She's able to get a paw on that one. Good chance for a deflection goal there by the Buttes. Rushton sending it in deep. Peltier going behind the net. Peltier shoved off the puck. Now comes up with it anyway. Peltier with a breakout pass. It's Stacy. Stacy through the middle, trying to find Guillen, and she does. Guillen stops. She's stick checked. Puck comes out to center ice. It's Bowie, and the Buttes have to tag up. Corinne Bowie chipping it in over the blue line. Puck pops up in the air. Chermova now has it at center ice. Minute 10 to go. Net empty for the Buttes. Chermova, that puck is chipped in by Accursi. She takes a bump at the blue line from Murphy. She's not happy with that hit, but with a minute to go, the Buttes on the forecheck with an extra skater. Klimasova sending it out front, but it misses everybody. Orzechowski sending it down low. Klimasova trying to get there. It's Bowie. Bowie backhands it. Unfortunately, no one there on the forecheck for the Buttes. And Murphy will use the glass and get it up, but not out. Kept in by Orzechowski. Riveters still can't get it out, and now they do. Chermova covering up. 40 seconds to go. Chermova sending it through the neutral zone. That pass is tipped by Bowie in over the blue line. Here they come through the neutral zone, popping it right back out. Orzechowski doesn't know where the puck is. Now she finds it. Sends it up the boards to Klimasova. She chips it to Bowie. Bowie on the backhand trying to find Accursi. Can't get it there. And here comes Hutchison on the empty net, and she scores. And with that, the Metropolitan Riveters survive a valiant comeback by the Buttes, who trailed 4-1, tied it at 4 with minutes to go, and now will skate off with a 7-4, albeit the game is not over yet. A 7-4 lead with 18.9 seconds to go. Some great resiliency by the Riveters. Puck just popped around through the neutral zone a little bit. The Buttes kept trying to feed Accursi, which who could blame them, as Accursi cherry-picked a bit at the blue line, and that pass was intercepted, and Hutchison was able to score on the empty net from the blue line. Face-off coming back to center ice. The official calls with a whistle, calls everyone to the Face-off circle. Puck has dropped, and here's Stacy through the neutral zone. 13 seconds to go in regulation. Stacy tries to get that puck on net. It bounces once. Walter gloves it and hangs on. 9.7 seconds to go in period number 3. Face-off will be to Walter's left. These two teams will play again tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at Northtown Center. Get your tickets at nwhl.zone/tickets or watch on twitch.tv/NWHL. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, these two teams will have a rematch. Chermova sends it in deep, and with that, time expires, and the Riveters celebrate a resilient 7-4 victory in a game that went about as back and forth as it can go. Buttes trailing 4-1 in the third period, managing to claw their way all the way back. 4 goals from Taylor Accursi. Ties the game at 4 with about 3 minutes to go. And from that point on, the Riveters grabbing control again. A Shatalova goal on the crease. A Maddie Packer goal on a great breakout 2-on-1. And then an empty netter from Kaylee Hutchison. What a game we saw here at Riverworks. A great showcase of NWHL hockey. Both of these teams should feel very proud of the effort they put forth. And just a fantastic game. Thank you for tuning in on twitch.tv. What a great crowd here. Over 1,200 tickets sold. Announced as a sellout. Over 1,200 tickets sold to this event here at Riverworks. What a great showing of women's hockey NWHL action. Taylor Accursi getting some hugs from the Riveters line, and rightfully so, after popping 4 goals in the third period. The Buttes will salute their fans here at Riverworks. Disappointed by the result, no doubt, but what a great opportunity to participate in this event as they huddle in the middle as a team. A great comeback, but not quite enough to find a way to cloud a victory, but a solid comeback to tie the game at 4 on the back of 4 goals by Taylor Accursi. Your final 7 for the Riveters, 4 for the Buttes, a 7-4 final. Sees the Riveters skate off victorious here at Buffalo Riverworks. Waiting for Justin, see if he grabs a player coming off the ice. At this point now, we have players stopping for pictures and such. Who can blame them after such a great opportunity to play outdoors here at Buffalo Riverworks? Taylor Accursi named the first star of the game, rightfully so, with 4 goals, despite the losing effort. Could not have done much more, could Taylor Accursi, as she did tonight. We'll see if Justin is able to retrieve someone for a post-game chat here downstairs. Fans file out here. A cold night, but not too bad here at Buffalo Riverworks. What a great opportunity to be a part of this event here at Northtown Center, here at Buffalo Riverworks. Tomorrow we'll be back at Northtown Center for a rematch between these two teams. Plenty of fans awaiting the Buttes as they leave the ice, grateful for the efforts they put forth, especially in the third period, and glad to be a part of such an awesome event here at Riverworks. Your final again, Riveters 7, Buffalo 4. So we're going to send it down to Justin.
Here with Riveters captain and forward Madison Packer. Big game, 2 goals, 2 assists. What was going for you out there today?
It's just fun. I think when I'm having fun, I produce a little better. The team played well until the end there, but changed the lines up a little bit. Finally healthy, so the team was moving well, and that helps me.
So obviously, it's a really cool time for the league here, as with this event, the first ever outdoor game, and your wife Anya and Danny at NASDAQ ringing the first bell.
Yeah.
What do you think this kind of stuff means for the league moving forward?
It's huge. I think it's just a testament to the work that they put in. It's stuff that you don't see between the glass. The hours that Danny puts in, I'm sure, is twice what Anya puts in, and she's relentless. She does so much for us as players. She's at home watching, so hi, Anya. But we stay relevant because of the work that they put in and the sponsors that they procure for us to get salaries and be taken care of. So.
Well, thanks a lot for doing this. Let's get back to the locker room. Great game.
Thank you.
Tune in. Well, I got Taylor Accursi right here as well for an interview. Don't leave just yet. Taylor? Yeah. Got Taylor Kersey, Buffalo Buttes here. Humongous game. Second third period heady on the season. 4 goals in the third period. What do you attribute it to? What's going? You're having a great season this year. What's going well for you?
Honestly, it's just like the team getting the pucks in the right moments, and our team fights really hard in the third period to get back. So it's definitely to my line mates and everybody just working hard together.
Really cool event here today. What'd you think of everything that went on here today, Riverworks?
It was awesome. Hopefully we can do this again next year. We didn't get the result that we wanted, but overall it was a great event and it was awesome.
So back tomorrow, 1 o'clock at Fort Butte. What do you as a team have to do better tomorrow to come out with a W and a very important 2 points to get back in second place?
I definitely think we gave our first 2 periods. They earned it way too easily, and we need to come out fighting like we did in the third period right off the bat. If we do that, then we'll be on the winning side.
And congrats on a great game. I believe now you're the top goal scorer in the league, so congrats to that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Have a good one.
You too.
Back to you, Steve.
Thanks for tuning in with us on twitch.tv/NWHL2 tonight. Back at it tomorrow. These 2 teams, 1 o'clock face-off at Northtown Center. If you are in the area and would like to get tickets, nwhl.zone/tickets for that, or tune in once again tomorrow on Twitch. For Justin Eric, I am Steve Bermel. Thanks for tuning in to NWHL Action. Good night.